Did it start? Hey, y'all. I'm home alone. Papa's not here. You don't have to come to his space to do it. I don't know. If you're new to the channel, you don't know. Hi, welcome. And hey to all my Melanites. Nights with a K and Melanites. How y'all doing? Y'all already know. Papa out, so I have his space. Because my lappy, for some reason, I can record on it, but I can't upload from... Y'all don't give a shit about the lappy. I don't know. Do we have still the warranty? Any event. Hi, y'all. It's Monday, the 16th of July, 2018 Gregorian. Time 12:07. Oh, it's noon. It's so cloudy. The weather's been... I don't know where you at in the world, but over here on the East Coast, in the A, the weather has just been... Just... What is going on? We had some sunny patches yesterday, and I was invited to a picnic. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video. By the time I finish it, it better be a potpourri. But I closed out the potpourri series, and we had potpourri 7, I think was the end. Then I had JATs, just a thought. Will this be another JAT? I don't forgot what number I'm up with the JAT. Up to with the JATs. Is it 4 or 5? This is gonna be something. I'll figure out the title once I'm done. I know I want to get through it while I'm home alone, and Leo's sleeping and whatnot. Do y'all give y'all cats catnip? Anyway, I don't even know if cat lovers listen to this. Listen, it's Wanda here of the Wanda Wisdom channel. Wanda Wisdom channel on YouTube. I just want to get some things off my chest. Maybe it would just be an event. I posted about this on Facebook yesterday, the day it happened. But I think I have a lot to talk about. I may talk about a little bit of Power. Episode aired last night. I made to look at it again. You know, I don't give Power recaps and reviews, bounce by bounce, scene by scene. Shout out to Keisha, she does a good job with that, and Ashley. You just hear what stuck out to me, okay? Most of the violent scenes I turn away or go get in the kitchen, get some snacks, and Papa sit through the violence. He watched the whole thing, and he had to explain it back to me, but he went to sleep. I'm thirsty. I get water. I got water. I get parched talking. Hold on, y'all. He was on me parched. Anywho, something else I want to talk about. Power, yesterday's picnic, just something else. And mothers. I may do a separate video because we're still in Cancer season, sun sign Cancer, and the 4th house rules your mom, your ancestors, the past history. I would go so far as to say immortality is that 4th house. You know what I mean? That's why Cancer sun sign, their memories, long-term memory is usually really good. That 4th house is neighborhoods and real estate. You know what I mean? Y'all listen to my Cancer season video on here. Hi, I got some new subbies. Hey, y'all, welcome. Because and this is my ego. I have to get out of that because if this is to be my venting channel, I should just get on when I'm ready to vent. But I don't want the videos to be more than the subbies. And I don't even know, somebody put that in my mind. That's ridiculous. I mean, like, well, that's ridiculous. In any event, so you won't be too many videos. But when inspired, I'll get on if it's under the sub count. And when I get out of my ego, I ain't gonna give a shit about that in a minute, which is pretty easy for spiritual mamas such as myself. But I just don't want it saturated with videos. Does it make sense? It's gonna be rambling. Haters will say babble. I don't give a fuck. It feels too good to vent for me to give a fuck what the haters say. Shit. First Amendment all day, okay? UCC 1-308. And then First Amendment. Okay. First Amendment rights is the most logical one, isn't it? I don't be like, oh, you know, the Constitution. Yes, I've studied with the Moors. I get it. But it doesn't negate that that's a logical... It's like back then they knew there would be bullies on the planet that only felt that the bully's voice should be heard and everyone else should be muted. And it was like, that's ridiculous. Your insecurity, your psychological insecurity has people that can't talk. You're talking. Very logical amendment, First Amendment. It just is. Okay, I digress. I do that a lot too. I digress. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. I don't give a shit. Well, I give a shit if I do give a shit. Okay. The point. Now, I vented in the post yesterday on Facebook, but I wanted to, that was a typing vent. I'm going to vocalize this vent because I was, you know, it's deeper than just that moment. I do applaud this person because your common bully will just walk over and try to vocally get you to do as they would prefer you do or like for you to do. They'll try to bend you to their will with other, with verbals, you know what I mean? Not necessarily vitriolic verbals where it could get vitriolic if you say no. But adults trying to control other adults has always been bizarre to me. It's just bizarre. Now, if you're hired in the law enforcement capacity or the security guard capacity, you're hired to control the crowd, safety. I'm not talking people who abuse power and kill unarmed people. I'm not talking about that type of hired job, if you will, in quotes. I'm talking about people who are hired to control other adults in society, crowd control, to keep things safe. You know what I mean? The sane intention in doing that, hiring security or police or whatever have you, is keep things safe and sane. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about adults that do it in that context. I'm talking about adults who try to control other adults outside of a vocational context. You know what I mean? Just to be specific, rational minds, I know you already get that. I have to be specific for the surtext. Okay? When y'all get the memoir, by the time y'all get my memoir, I'll be like, girl, we done heard all this on the videos. When I finally publish my babies, my memoirs, which are in volumes 1, 2, and 3, maybe a 4th, child, please. I got to write this Atlanta thing, and my upper. I think it should be a memoir for every decade. No, that'd be, because I'm approaching 50 soon. Each decade has its own flavor. Sorry, I took my sweater off because the AC, you're cold. You don't want to turn the AC down, especially when Poppa's out. Because he'd come in and it's hot. And he's like, God damn, when it's hot. I was cold. Menopausal, you vacillate back and forth in temperature. You know how everybody in the room feel fine? And you're either hot or cold? And then the anemia and all, lupus, child. And no health insurance. I had it in New York. Yeah, yes, I heard them other videos. So I had to study herbs. Or study anything I can afford to buy to blend and keep myself feeling somewhat, pain-free. It won't be totally pain-free. And there's some bad days when them herbs ain't working. I'm like, oh, Lord, strung out. Never mind the ailments right now. But anyway, he'll come in and go, what the hell? So I like to keep the air on and just put a sweater and hat on. So when he comes in, he'll have the cool air. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't give a shit. I told you there's rambling down the rolling river. Rolling out. Rolling on the river. Roll on the rambling river. Anyway, my channel is for me to vent an outlet. I can't do this on the phone with friends because they deserve the floor too. Conversation on the phone is a ping pong dialogue. What it should be is it ebb and flow. You speak, I speak. You speak, you know what I mean? It ought to be that type of fair balance. Unless you tell your friend I just need to vent. And they get it. They're like, okay, I'm going to set myself up to be the audience. You're going to vent. I'm your sounding board. So you're going to be a monologue, and I'm going to be a dutiful audience. If they agree. I don't mind being a dutiful audience. Some people just need to vent. My mom's been venting a lot. But I totally get it. I know her bio. So I'm happy she's expressing herself. I can't wait to do the mama video. I know I want to do it before. When is Leo season? The 23rd? I'm going to get that video in before the 23rd. I didn't want to do it for Mother's Day because it's Mother's Day. Just mothers and moms. And I want to do a karma video too. Leo got to stop messing with this stuff. Why is he doing this? Leo, please don't make more work for us. Good Lord. You're supposed to be a joy. Why is he messing with things? He said cats are curious, but just Leo, leave. Oh, look the hell out of there. Leo, and you stepping over here. Part of the game. Healed. Anyway, so lavender. Healed. Oh, hi Leo. Hi baby boy. You want more catnip? Okay, where was I? I want to do a karma video too. They trying to say there's no more such thing as karma. Then that means there's no more such thing as weather. Because condensation and clouds and rain and back and forth up and so the weather is, I'm not talking about HAARP. I know some other conscious mind will be listening like, what about HAARP? No, natural weather is the strongest natural indication of karma, which is energy. You put it out, it comes back. But this, never mind, that'd be in the karma video. Okay. Back to the point of this video. So I want to talk about, I guess, I don't know, narcissism, bullies, insecurity. There's great videos on YouTube about this stuff, right? By the way, I was going through them last night and a little bit this morning. People who want to control others, or specific others, because, you know, as the elders used to say, a monkey knows what tree to climb. Also, I want to tread lightly because, you know, I study a lot of spiritual laws, Yoruba and everything. It's not good. This karma is karma. I'm saying that for the video. So disrespecting anybody, you know, accrues you more karmic points, credits. You know what I mean? You incur more karmic. There's good karma and bad karma. I mean, I know they say there's no such thing as bad and good. Oh, that'd be another the karma video. But there's a such thing as balance and imbalance. You know what I mean? There's a mental imbalance when you're trying to control something that's peaceful and off to itself. It ain't even thinking about you. Something is mentally amiss there. How did they even get on your radar? I find issue with people who's all up on you, in your face, in your personal space, and trying to, you know, steer your moves. That should be the rude motherfucker, not the one that's distant. How incredibly insecure. Okay, let me get to the point. And this is weird because this brought up a moment back from the days. Not back from the days in the bitch. Back in the day when I was a teenager. Well, was she pregnant? I had a then friend. What is her name in my memoir? Kia. Kia in the memoir. You'll read about this. Oh, will you? I don't know about the memoir. I give out all the damn pearls now. I'm going to be a deleting. I still got these videos to my hard drive. Hallelujah. But I'm going to be a deleting mama. Just a deleting mama as soon as my book is published. Because I don't see the sense why we'll both be. Okay, never mind. Listen to me. Don't do it. Don't. Okay. Not you melanite. Not melanites. Okay, listen to me. I'm parched. Hold on. I'm like, girl, get to the point. I'm gonna give you a tidbit of this similar thing in my teens. And when in my late 20s, I got the job in my late 20s, early 30s. Same similar thing. Weird shit. Okay. But still, bullyish control bullshit. In my teens, I had a friend named Kia. We were real close. She's a Cancer too. I'm an astro mama. I'm ever astro minded. Astrology is woven throughout. If you don't like it, don't listen. Click off. Okay, now, even with my memoir, I wrote that in there already. It's a memoir. It's an astrologer's memoir. Astro punctuations. Astro T's is gonna be woven throughout. No, there's some people who get an attitude when you speak of it or read it. I'm like, then don't read it. Don't listen. Complain about stuff that's forced on you. It's warped to complain about something that's not forced on you. Oh, you're the one wanting to do the forcing and the bullying and dictating how someone should think, speak, and write. A warped bully dictator. And you ain't getting no fiat. It's not like you're being paid to be this entity, other than the massage of your ego, which is temporary. The ego is so stingy. I don't know how people are slave to it. The ego only renders short-term gratification when you stroke it. And that's why people keep repeating the assholism. They're perpetual assholes because they're still trying to chase the high of stroking their ego. I can't do it. Ego is just stingy. It's the stingy wally warped. The downside of the ego. Of course, there's a healthy side of the ego. For instance, the healthy side of the ego is known to wash your ass and put on clean clothes when you go outside. It's a given, it's normal, I get that, but that's the healthy side of the ego. Per what I was taught in my psychology classes I sat for. To each his own, different schools of thought. Okay, now, I'm going to give you the teenage version, the 30-something-year-old version. I feel like I was late 20s, it's somewhere in around that area of age. And then the recent version, here in my 40s, at the picnic yesterday. Because all these complaining back, I'm like, what is that? 3 different people with this bullshit. And then, you know, your mother's your first teacher. Our mother is our first teacher. Whoever raised you is your first teacher. Before you even get to a teacher that's in school, public school. I went to New York City. And this person who did this lady yesterday is a native New Yorker. She knows we come from a mind your business culture. There's other mind your business cultures in the world, but New York is it. Yeah, I know everybody nosy, but yet everybody nosy and knows people business, but yet it's still a mind your business culture. And then the etiquette books I've read, you gotta know how to be new. I tell you, I'm only here shy of 3 years in the A. And I lived the first year in Macon. So it's 2 years really just being in this district and being around the people. And then when you have the floor and speak your piece, they don't like that either. Oh, she has an opinion. Make up your mind. Either you're damned and you do, and you're doing, you don't. What damned? What the fuck? Okay, let me get to the team. So let me tell you how weird this shit is. Then I want to put in a little thing of another former then friend. What is her name in my memoir? Siobhan, with a V in the middle. Siobhan. You can read it in the memoir. I may put that in too, because we were friends. She asked me to be the maid of honor, and is it matron or maid when you're not married? I forgot. Whatever it was. We were 18, so I wasn't married, but she was getting married to her baby father. It was a beautiful wedding too, and it was, she asked me back then to be the maid of honor. I think it's maid if you're not married. Y'all can Google that if you like, look at the little trivial things like that. Sometimes I do for kicks and fun, you know what I mean? And I was honored, and I did it. My point is, we had a close enough rapport for her to ask me this, and it would make sense. Why? Because we had that kind of close rapport. These 3 examples I'm about to give you, I have no close rapport with any of those 3 ladies, if you will. Okay, now I'm thinking of the signs of these ladies. Oh, one is a Virgo, the other is a Gemini, both ruled by Mercury. The other lady, I believe Cooley, Trinidadian, I don't know. This was Kia's first baby father's family member. Beautiful, attractive woman. I don't know her sign. I didn't even know her. Okay, let me get, that's teenager. Let me get. So the 80s, Brooklyn, New York, picture it. Kia was like, you want to come with me to Brooklyn? We in Queens now. I'm born in Harlem, raised in Queens. Raised in Harlem too, like age 10 years old. We moved to Queens. All in the memoir. Okay, I give details. Why? Because I'm a writer. We're detail-centric. Hey, detail-centric, okay? Hyphenated, detail-centric. So she was like, you want to go with me to Brooklyn? I was about to say her baby father's name, Lord. He a Pisces. I was about to say his name. Did I even give him a pseudonym? We were cool. No beef with him or anything like that. I ain't no beef with her. You just part company, part ways. Shout out to Michelle Brown. She had a video about it is okay to block people in real life. Any type of abuse, you gotta go. You know what I mean? You ain't got they ain't paying no bills. I know that's a well-worn title, and that is an excuse, but it's definitely if you're trying to reason, well, why are they still together? He pay all her bills. Not that that's saying that's good, but still sticking with someone who actually doesn't provide a roof over your head and food in your stomach. Because I was with my first husband 10 years. Well, it doesn't be a different topic. You read about that in other books, probably in other videos. The mention of him, but an abusive friendship. One that ain't paying the bills. Exit stage left or end right, whichever end of the stage you're nearest. Get the fuck on, okay? Because I'm gonna get on shit. Yeah, and I'm gonna document it and write about it because that's what critical thinkers do. I'm a thinker. Yeah, for Psych 101 purposes only. Because the bully, I think you're trying to hurt them by documenting what they did to you or said to you. Huh? Oh, God, don't flatter yourself. I like psychology. It was my favoriteest class. Yes, I said favoriteest because I can. Why? Dr. Yafabatum told me why. Go and look at her videos. Piercing the Fog. Piercing the Fog. F-O-G. Yeah, pretty much. Studying etymology. I'm going to speak how I want to speak. It's First Amendment rights. Do I dictate your lingo? Do I legislate your lingo? No, I don't. I don't even care to. I'm indifferent. In any event, I may articulate and opine on it. You're talking about me or mine. Okay? Or someone of my archetype. Okay, hold on. But you got to be prepared for that. Me too. If you present something to the public feedback is inevitable. But then we have a right to give feedback to that feedback. It's all First Amendment glory. I digress. All right, so we're in Queens. Hold on. Pardon me. Hope that didn't gross you out. I had dairy, ice cream. No, I know I should. Never mind. Okay, all clear. Sinuses. Okay, listen to me. So we're in Queens. We're teenagers, and whatnot. I wasn't pregnant. I think she was, but she wasn't big pregnant. Was she? Just feel like summer of '87. Maybe she didn't know. Never mind. Okay, so we're in Brooklyn, and no, we take a cab to Brooklyn. Kia was about that cab life. You know, definitely a fly girl, the Gucci bags. Well, we were buddies with boosters. You know, my boosting stint. You know, you could. There's some other Me Too's ain't got nothing to do with sex. If you get my, yeah, bitch, it's in the memoir. So, but she was a fly girl. Didn't have to really go out and boost unless she chose to. And when she chose to, we all got busted. Be like, you should have just stayed home. Be in the memoir. Don't take a new person out on your jokes. I don't do shit like that. And I ain't advise nobody else to do it. But when you have a certain rhythm or pattern, you bring something new into the fold, you can fuck up the whole shit. Monkey wrench the whole goddamn operation. You see what I'm saying? Oh, wait till I read the memoir about it. It's funny as hell now. In the moment, I was like, I don't believe this shit. Yeah. In any event. But yeah, Gucci bag. Just that fly chick from Brooklyn. I moved to Queens, so I didn't like her tight, greasy mushroom that protruded like the forehead and like the greasy. She liked that Murray's pomade, that orange tin can. It's in the memoir. That's details you can read in the memoir. Hold on. Once she started getting weaves, they covered all that up. The missing, the partial missing hair, the hairline like that. Yeah, never mind. I'm not dissing. I'm just trying to give you an idea. She put you in the mind of Stacey Lattisaw. People told her that all the time back in the days, especially when she wore the tight mushroom. But Stacey had edges. No, I'm not dissing. Oh gosh, she's a Cancer. She's very sensitive. Well, my family and friends and ex-friends, they don't know I have this channel. I don't think y'all don't know I have this channel yet. So chances are she shouldn't find this video. Not that I give a shit, First Amendment, but I'm not. I don't want you to think that I'm some sort of cruel. The writing classes I sat for, details are important. People who don't know you personally that buy memoirs, they buy memoirs to read details. They don't hate about you trying to appease somebody's ego. Oh, child, try to handle a kid glove their delicate feelings. People buy memoirs for a reason. What the fuck? Anyway, yeah, this is a video memoir, but whatever. Oh, this is, oh gosh, the other Monday. Did y'all see Monday memoir, the first one? So I guess this will be in part, other than just talking about yesterday. Monday memoirs part 2. I unlisted it though. I had it up a little bit now. That's what I wanted to cut, because I'm thinking subbies can still see the unlisted. Is that true? Y'all let me know if y'all saw memoirs Mondays from last week. If not, I'll make it public again. Because I'm thinking the subbies, it's unlisted. I'm going to repeat myself. Why? Because I can and I fucking feel like it. Click off. Not y'all melanites. Y'all get it. Yeah, let me know if you can see, as a subby, if you can see the memoir Mondays from last week. Because this will be the second one. But I don't know if it's a memoir because I'm discussing a specific thing up front. Okay. Looks like getting some other memoir shit towards the end of the video. Okay, listen to me. We're in Brooklyn. I said, yeah, y'all go. Yeah, because, you know, the Trinidadian food, delicious. Always a foodie. I wasn't as big as a teen as I am now, of course. But just as a little girl, I wasn't a foodie. But the sweet tooth, the candy and shit in Harlem, the penny candy wasn't no saying back then. It was really a penny a piece. So as a little kid, candy, just sweet tooth. The cherry balls, I would freeze them. Oh, my gosh. I mean, good candy in Harlem. And my brother would always give me candy and money and stuff. Generous. Just Pisces, always generous with it. If he got it, his family got it. Definitely. People care about you, got it too. Water is the most generous element in astrology because water flows. Look at the ocean. It just flows. Yeah. If a water sign ain't giving you, either they don't like you or they just don't have it. And it's to say, either they don't like you or indifferent to you, or even if they're indifferent to you, if you're not grimy, you really need it. It depends. You gotta look at the whole chart. But most water signs are generous, especially with people they like and love. And they're like, oh, that's all people. No, not necessarily. They could like and love you, but that don't mean they want to give you their coin. Fuck no. But what are you asking me for? No, there's some tight times, okay? Whether they like or love you. And if they give the immediate family, it's the same as giving themselves. How DNA work. Yeah, you're giving your children or your mom. That is, I know you're like, well, you his sister. I get that. But no, I've seen him generous with other people outside his DNAs. A strong nucleus. I'm not taking it from my older brother. That's another topic. That's part of the memoir. Okay, now So we get to Brooklyn. Back to me and Kia. We get to Brooklyn, and the food was smelling good, and the beer, and it was a nice, cool party and whatnot. But still, I was raised to know how you conduct yourself when you're new at somebody's house, party or no party. And then what my mom is saying is backed up in etiquette books. When I read them later on, I'm like, oh shit, mommy told me this. And it's not just her swinging her fangs. She conducts herself in this decorum when she goes to people's houses too in public. She preach, which she walk the talk, yeah, something like that. Practice what she actually does and what she preaches. So yeah, love you, Mom. So again, children are very impressionable. So yeah, this is how I conduct myself, and I'm new in somebody's house. But I just met y'all. Okay, let me get to the point. So when you go to someone's house, you say hello to everyone. Kia introduced me, and then you say hello to everyone. Warm salutations to everybody. That's natural. For me, it is. The weather was warm, so they didn't take no coat or anything. And you wait till you're invited to a seat. You know what I mean? If no one is steering you or instructing you to where to sit in their home, and you're standing by the door, you ask. Because I will stand there. Because it's etiquette. This is in books. I will stand there like, I don't want to just take the liberty to sit anywhere. You ask, may I have a seat? No, oh, sure, come on in, girl, come in. So then you sit where they're steering you to sit, or they say sit anywhere, and then you chill. That's it. You chill. You don't ask for drinks. I don't care if it is a party or not. You don't ask for anything. You're brand new to the scene. This is how I was raised. This is how my mother comports herself. Matter of fact, we were little. You can run the risk of getting a beating asking for something to drink. She don't care if it's 90 degrees outside. When I take you somewhere, you don't ask for anything. Okay, certain houses, she said, even if they offer, say no thank you. It would be years. I would ask her, Mom, why would you say that if they offer? And she explained it. That'd be in the memoir. But yeah, you sit and you, like a lady, that mind your business. You sit and that's it. I still am. I was such an addict for reading, a book addict. I travel everywhere with a cute little paperback, whatever could fit in the kind of pocketbook I'm carrying that day. I always travel with a book. Back then it was Harlequin and Romance. I even did Judy Blume. No, we in high school. I didn't do Judy Blume in high school. But junior high, I was on the Judy Blume kick. You just always traveled a little book in my knapsack or in my pocketbook, whatever I'm carrying. So I used to take out a book and read. And for some reason, someone said that was rude. You in somebody else reading a book? I'm like, in some houses, there's magazines on the coffee table. I would read those too. What is wrong with reading? But you're in a social setting and everyone else is mingling and you're reading. Now that I'm older, I get what they're talking about. But back then, I used to be like, if reading is legal, the libraries, everything is legal. What is wrong with reading? But I just would if I'm new. Because I wasn't ready. You don't just insert yourself in open dialogue if you're new. You're invited in. Someone said, so what do you think? What's my name in my book? Ava. I gave myself a pseudonym. Okay. So Ava, what do you think about such and such and such? And then after 48 Laws of Power, is it Law 38? No, I think I gave the wrong law. God, Chelsea, I gave the wrong law on your live you had, Chelsea. Did I say Law 38 for B and Jay-Z? Shout out to Chelsea, Property Bonafide. Hey, Mama. The live you had recently, I think I gave Law 38. I meant Law 16. Is it Law 16? No, I don't know them all by heart. Whichever law states that you gain respect with your absence. You become more mysterious, too, with your absence. Don't saturate yourself. And she was talking about them, the couple, saturating themselves. I said, I guess they didn't read Law 38, huh? And the 48 Laws of Power. But now I'm thinking 38 is applicable to what I'm talking about now. Like when you're in open discourse and open dialogue and they trying to pick your brain to see, how you think, to sort of go with the flow. If you're in a new setting, you don't know what time it is with these people. Now, if you're in open dialogue and you know everybody, you know it's safe. An independent thinker in the same sense is safe to speak. Fine. But if you're just new to the circle, You better see what they all agreeing with. Not that you want to co-sign, but oh, oh wow, yeah, I really believe everyone is entitled to their own thoughts, or some politically correct response. You're new to the circle. You don't know what they're doing or what they scoping for. But yeah, other than that, when I'm new, it's a mind your business. Don't ask for anything to drink or eat. Now, if you're at a party, clearly it'll be food served to the party attendees. So, but still, I would wait and say, hey, would you like something to drink? Would you like something to eat? Oh, sure, thank you. And even then, I brought a bottle. Me and Kia went half. Well, we went half. We teenagers. I know you like, they sold y'all liquor. Yeah, the hood, baby. You gotta know where to go. I don't know if they still do it. You gotta know where to go. Or if you're not sure, somebody grown in the hood, somebody over 21, you give them the fiat and a couple of dollars for their trouble, and they go to the liquor store and cop a bottle for you. So me and Kia went half on a bottle of liquor. It was some kind of, was it Jamaican rum? It seemed like it was a Caribbean type of liquor too. So we brought that to the party, and so even when I bring something, which I always saw my mom do, this is not special. It's normal. I think your mother's your first teacher. Even in the womb, she's teaching you. Y'all don't want to study and do the Google search on that. Pardon the ums. They're going to keep coming because it's natural. It's coming. I was going to do Toastmasters to sort of nuke the ums. I digress. Anywho, so my point is, even when you bring something, it's still ideal to wait to be offered something to eat or drink. If you're new, I'm not saying if you know these party people and you know them, you have that kind of rapport. I was new. It was my first time meeting them. This is Kia's baby daddy family. She knows them. I'm not going to do anything to embarrass her. Like, ugh, what kind of friend she brought over? Well, that reminds me of another thing. Speaking of Caribbeans, they from Anguilla, though. Maybe I'll make the back of this video a Memoir Monday, too, number 2. All right, so, okay, yeah, into the party. The party's in full. Yeah, they did offer the food. It was delicious. The parties get into full motion and things like that. Everything, baby, we having fun. And I'm trying to learn the Trinidadian music and do the dance. We having a good time and everything. I think some of the parties spilled outside, and it felt like it was summer. Was it? I don't remember the seasons. Anyway, we going back years now, the 80s. So with the weather is what I'm saying. The memories, like with the weather. Anywho, so Kia and her baby daddy, and Pisces and Cancer. I'm sitting on the couch like, shouldn't they get along? Water, you know what I mean? They get into an argument. Oh, Lord. Oh. I think I need more water. I get parched. Hold on, y'all. They get into an argument and it gets volatile. Kia got that loud bratty thing, that just tantrum, throwing fits. Not distance, just what it was. Okay, per my recollection. Okay, you have your opinion to me, and that's your right to have. It's yours. It just lives within your mind. It's yours. Belongs to you. As my opinion belongs to me, and I have the right to do what I want with it. Right now is voicing it. Okay. No shade, just saying facts, saying tea, sipping sane tea, bathing in sane suds. And sane for me is balance. Balance. Sane is that First Amendment. Very, very sane. All right, now, I don't think all the amendments are sane, but that one is sane. Anyway, you go home and Google the First Amendment, read it. Ain't that some sane tea for your ass? I'm sitting there like, it's a shame someone has to even draft this, knowing how insecure bullies are. Don't want anyone else to speak but them. That's insane. That's short-sighted, imbalanced mind. Anyway, I digress. Secure minds can handle the let's agree to disagree thing. We ain't got the let's nothing. I'm not even trying to tether myself to you. I digress. I'm getting into psychology. All right, so they somehow get into this argument, and look like she was trying to get physical with him. Now his family is not having it. We in their house, on their turf. We're like, whoa, what are you doing? So they're getting involved and trying to encircle and break it up, encircle the couple or break it up. And she was like, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? Y'all not going, what y'all trying to do? Jump me, take it side. They was like, we're not going to jump you. You're a lady, you're a girl. Everybody going to do a girl. And I'm standing up, I'm rising up, like I'm not going to get involved vocally because I wasn't raised to insert myself in couples' affairs like that. And I knew he wasn't going to, the baby daddy wasn't going to physically hurt her. Pisces, I know he wasn't going to hurt. I know you said some Pisces, I know. including my ex-husband Pisces. That's another doggone video. But I knew he wasn't gonna, from what I knew of his character, because I don't know him as close as she does. It didn't strike me that he was going to strike her. I didn't get that. But if the family was going to strike her, then as my other bestie back then used to say, and her name is Shimon in the memoir. This is before I even knew that was Kai's middle name. I was like, oh, damn. That's the pseudonym I used for my bestie in my memoir, which was already written, like, since the 90s. She wanted her name to be Sky. Yeah. That's another thing about the memoir. I think I talked about it in other videos. I'll save that topic for another thing. They was gun-ho and happy for the memoir in the 90s. Then around 2000, 2003, something changed weird over a pastry inquiry. Me on the phone with Shimon. And she was having a barbecue. I was like, oh, girl. She was telling me about the menu on shish kebab marinade. And we was just regular gal pal chat on the phone. I was at work and she was at home. You're talking about food, my favorite thing to talk about and cook and do, okay? And I was like, would you marinate yours? And just regular gal pal talk. Because I was going to go to her barbecue after work. I got off that night. And then we hung up and everything was fine. But towards the end of the dialogue on the phone, I said, well, what's for dessert? And it was a pause. It was a quick pause. Like that didn't even cross her mind. I tell you, I'm a sweet tooth foodie. Like, it didn't even cross her mind. She was like, you know what? I don't have anything for dessert. I didn't even cross my mind. She said that. It didn't even cross my mind. I was like, oh, okay. And we got off the phone. But something, you know, when you feel inadequate about yourself, you have these internal, yeah, this is part of my psychology classes, Psych 101, 102, and Psych 301. Aside from other psychology, sociology classes, and anthropology classes I've taken, okay? I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you why I think like this. Yeah, aside from, yeah, a person may have hidden inadequacies, of feeling like they're not enough, or they didn't do a thorough job, or something like that. The Book of Tao, T-A-O, the Book of Tao states you can never ever really hurt a person. You can only stimulate the hurt that's already within them. And if you don't even know they have that hurt, you're not even realizing you're triggering it. So their insecurities, they project onto you. I feel this way. I didn't even raise you. I have nothing to do with your childhood or your babyhood. I didn't raise you. But somehow they project their insecurities onto you, like it's your fault that they're feeling insecure like this. And you're not even aware that you're doing this. In your mind, you're having a regular dialogue. And I would never think a bakery, not bakery, it was a dessert inquiry, would lead to a trigger of inadequacy. Child, my older friend, shout out to Edie Supreme, my older friends, and Edie, she's about 10 years my senior, and her friends. So back then, they in their 40s, like, oh, you know what that is? That's inadequacy. You know, I had so many people on the phone breaking it down for me, deducing her psyche there. But being at that, you would feel really dumb protracting an argument over a bakery request, a dessert request. Like psychology class taught, people who are bullies don't mind looking like a bully, because the world we live in, you know, there's reportedly a pale bully that bullies the whole planet, so that he permeates the planet with that bullying frequency. You know what I mean? If you're running around the world, allegedly, you can Google your own self about it, how it's in Colonius, and it's all on the internet. You can study for yourself about who rules the world and why and how. But if they are running around the world taking resources and land and stealing so much and doing all this and all that, they're blanketing the planet with bully frequency. So that's why, per the classes I sat for, a bully don't mind looking like a bully. I guess because it's been unfortunately normalized, that barbaric energy. But anywho, but they do mind. They finished up with, they do mind looking dumb. So they have to justify their behavior. Even if they got to lie. Not saying that my ex-bestie lied. Because I did inquire about dessert. And this bestie is definitely a natural combatant. Proud that, you know, she don't bite her tongue because she could back it up. So if it was an offensive thing, why not speak on it in that moment? Why was it a delayed reaction? That proves it's something internal. Some sort of form of inadequacy that was triggered. Unbeknownst to me. Anywho. Yeah, but they just, okay, so in the 90s, she wanted her name to be Sky. I'm saying they were celebrating my memoir. Like, no, don't name me Shimon, name me Sky. And Kia was on that three-way phone that day, and she was like, no. I like T-Boz. Name me Tion, whatever T-Boz real name is. I was like, these stars be owning their name. I can't name you no Tion. Why not spell it differently? Girl, stop. She was like, all right. It wasn't Kia at first. It was Kai. She was like, okay, I like Kai. But for some reason, I don't know. I changed it looking at Lisa Ray McCoy. She had a reality TV show back in the days, and her daughter's name is Kai. I like Lisa Ray. And Kai's, I know it's a TV. I know you're like, well, it's on TV. TV persona is different than in person. But Kai's persona was so different than Kia's. They both got the light skin thing in common, but that's about it. And they both women. That's about it. But I was like, let me switch out the I and the A. So it went from Kai to Kia in the book. Not that they would like it or give a shit, but I ain't gonna give a shit about my art either and document my story is mine to tell. It is. I can't help you with a part of my life. I didn't insert myself in your world. I didn't kidnap y'all or but we voluntarily merged as friends as teenagers. Man, me and Shimon even go way back, elementary in Harlem. We weren't friends in that same elementary school, but we saw each other. So when we saw each other again in Queens in the junior high school, we was like, oh, Deb. It's spooky. Yeah, that's meant to be. Yeah, she's the only one. I have no friends that I knew in Harlem that also moved to Queens, the same school. And we reconnected. Child. Me and Shimon definitely knew each other in the past life. Definitely. Probably all of them past life connect. Because each life writes the script for the next. This will be in the comment video too. Each life is a continuum. Okay, hold on, let me get water. Anyway, so I was rising up because anybody fitting a jumper. Oh, but how I got to Shimon in the first place. Oh yeah, 3 days. So they used my memoir as an excuse to be mad at me. So I'm like, why didn't y'all get mad in the 90s? This is weird. You know, the lapse in time for anger is warped, but they have to use that as an excuse to justify. You know, they can't use a pastry request as an excuse to justify. Because then she was like, you could bring that to the barbecue. Because she had that on the flyer invite. At the bottom of the flyer, said bring a bottle. Which is fine with me. I usually bring a bottle of liquor to barbecues anyway. I was like, oh, I do that anyway. I have no qualms of bringing something to an event I'm going to. A party of this context. Or get together. A dinner party, something small. I'm going to bring wine. Let's go to the liquor store before we get there. That is natural for me to do, to bring something or dessert. So we're like, oh girl, we got enough liquor. Go to the bakery, buy a whole cake. I like to bring something. I saw my mama doing it. It's class. It's natural. So she was like, you could have brought that. I said, I have no qualms bringing something. I looked over to my bottle of liquor. That's what I do. And knowing me personally, she knows I do that. So I guess she's still trying to grapple at straws to win justify some nonsensical case. It's just, and not only that, as a bestie, she had carte blanche to the food in our house. The pantry was her. She don't have to ask my mama permission. Or me permission to go in the fridge and she can make a whole meal herself. No one stopped. Like family. She had carte blanche to all the food in the house. My mother never was a food police. So I don't know how to be one either. Carte blanche. Non-besties had near carte blanche at the house for food. We it's food. I don't know. Mama, that's how you get your blessings. You know, I know you embrace Christianity. I'm speaking in the language of your correspondence. Let me speak. Repeat. Let me speak in the language of your correspondence. That's how God will bless you. Okay. All the generosity you've shown with your house and your pantry and your food, and it can't be for naught. It just can't be, Mama. Even those who haven't showed appreciation. I'm not speaking to you, bestie. I'm not. Please. She's a fire sign. My ex-bestie. Oh, you talking to me? No, not you. You know how many people my mama done help who don't look back and don't show appreciation? Not even a thank you card. No, just mommy says she doesn't worry about that because God knows. Yes, Mama. The creator of the sun knows, definitely. Akashic Records knows too. Okay, I had the poignant moment. We should have been in the mom video. But the mom video is ideal too now on this day of Monday, Moon Day. Tuesday is ruled by Mars. I don't know if I want to do a mom video on a Mars day. Okay, I digress. So I'm rising up. Oh, back to how Shimon got into that little spiel there. Shimon, the natural fighter in the crew. natural combat, enjoys it. Very proud of her knuckles. You can catch her staring at her hand. She'll make a fist and stare at her knuckles in awe. Very proud of her hands. No, she's not built like a man. No hips and booty enough to donate. No. She has Scorpio ascendant. Very sex appeal. But you still know, and the countenance of her facial expressions, you know, okay? It'd be in the book. What is that? Ashe? Oh, that's the candle. Why does it smell like that? You about to go out? Ashe. You okay? All right. Anywho, I'm watching the candle, y'all, because the wind, the AC is blowing it, but it's no vent. Wait, that vent, is that powerful? It must be, because I'm cold. I'm about to put a sweater back on. Yeah, anyway, I'm just looking at the candle, make sure, because I didn't lick my fingers and squoze it. You know, the flame with the wind, but yeah, I don't give a shit. All right, so another person in the party, I don't know his family, and I was telling me, you know, it's fine, I remind, or whatever the talk patois, I don't know, but telling me to calm down. Oh yeah, because Shimon used to always say we go down together when you go on the park jams, you go on the block parties, and it's our crew, and maybe say we don't start shit, but Shimon is different. Yeah, jeez. For the most part, most of us in the crew don't start shit, but the fuck, we ain't gonna run either. You in the hood, you can't do that. Even if you're girls, isn't that terrible? But you know, she was like, we go down together, and that one, she just say that shit once, because you could see them looking at you, especially if you go to another block or territory, if you will, that you're around your own way, you feel safe, you're comfortable, you're in your own hood. But if you go to another hood for a block party or a park jam, and people walk to 40 Park a lot, you know, just Jamaica Park, and you walk around Queens for parties and block parties, and if you're a new face, the guys like you. I think it's like that to this day, isn't it? If you're a new face, it's refreshing to dudes. It just is. They rule by Mars. Mars rules Aries. Aries rules new. Aries is the first sign. But the oldest, not the oldest, the first yet the youngest. The oldest is Pisces. That biblical, because you know you have videos of astrologies and the Bible videos on here. That biblical, the first should be last and last should be first. That scripture. I really always see the tail, that snake tail eating his, the snake head eating its tail. You know the imagery? You can Google it. I see that because of Pisces is really all the signs, including Aries. Anyway, no, this is not an astrology video. I mean, it'd be more my astro book with that. I have a Pisces season video. I'm going to remember. Listen to that. Be curious to what more expoundage on that. Yes, I expounded. Why? Because I can. Dr. Yaffa inspired me. Yes, I can. Speak how in the hell I want to speak. Okay. I have 95 credits in legal studies. Trust me. Legalese. I know language. But I get bored with words, so I'll doctor them up and fancy them up as much as I want when I want. First Amendment. Speaking of fancy, I saw Power last night. Don't she still look good? I don't appreciate how Ghost was fucking her. Did he fuck Angela like that? You know, to the writers of Ghost, to the writers of Power. Let me get to Power in a minute. All right, so and shout out to Kia's grandmother. I almost said her name. I'm trying to use the pseudonyms from the book. Pseudonyms, period, for legal reasons. Private people and celebrities, you know, chatting. Because I had a friend, he's a lit agent lawyer. No, there's lit agents, and there's he's a literary attorney. And not a friend, I use that loosely, an acquaintance. Publicly speaking about public figures is one thing. You can't use defamation, meaning you're knowingly lying on them to defame them. They're famous, so you want to defame them, and you're going to do it with a fib? Oh, no, fuck no. That's a lawsuit. But if you're speaking truth, you still need to say allegedly, because truth has to come with receipts when you deal with public figures. It's still dangerous, though. Public figures may have to loot, like, oh, you want to spill my tea, bitch? Okay. Okay. No. See? Still, a public figure saying their name attached to something is different. And even with the movie reviews and TV show reviews, you're speaking about something scripted. Fiction. So they shouldn't get offended. The actual actor or actress. They shouldn't. Some do. I know ego. Very fragile. Not just theirs. This is ego. The downside, specifically, of the ego is very fragile. Because you're like, it's a script. What are they offended for? What the fuck? Or is it a script? Anywho. Yeah, but I'm doing the pseudonyms for my memoir, in the memoir and voicing this now, because private people who like to be in private, and you're going to bring them out to the public, ooh, the legal ramifications may not be cute. So it's important that you use pseudonyms, or this is purely coincidental and all that other shit, you know what I'm saying, that preface in certain books, memoirs or fictionals or whatever. But her grandmom, she used to babysit my little sister and my son. When I had my first son, she babysat both of them. And she would always give us pearls of wisdom. Always gave us pearls of wisdom. Not just to Kia, but Kia friends and stuff. Like, Kia used to be like seemingly disinterested and walk above the parts of the house doing whatever she was doing at the time. But me and Shimon and the crew, and Tiny, pretty Tiny, I think her name is Pretty in the book, just the most beautiful woman I've seen today. Including your favorite stars, are just dark skinned, gorgeous. Absolutely. She could have been a model. Look like she still can. She still look good. And we pushing 50. We all born the same year. And the people here I'm talking about. But aren't you amazed when you meet somebody? Now, people you go to school with, chances are you're born the same year, in the same class, if you will. But when you meet someone you didn't go to school with, you just meet them as an adult, random, or whatever have you, and y'all born the same year, you be like, oh. Like, we came to the planet at the same time and meeting. Yeah, I have a couple of friends like that. That means, you know, me and my metaphysical mind and astral mind, that means something. I gotta really study that. Yeah. Anywho, so, what was I about to say about her grandma? Just wisdom. Beautiful, too. Oh, heavens. Beautiful hair. And she was beautiful in her heyday, too. Gemini. I cannot think of, she was about to give me some advice on something. Oh gosh, I know it will come to me. No, I know that you go down together. Never mind, because I'm off topic, and that's just what this the rhythm of these videos are. And it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Rising up, because the whole we go down together. I'll be damned if you jump on my watch. Fuck that. Fuck what you heard. Shit. Take the bottle we contribute to the table upside your head. What the fuck going on here? And this is a party of all different ages. As a teenager, now ain't we no adults in the mix, but adults, because you know, as a teenager in your latter years, you know, you just swear you grown. They say 18 is grown. Fuck, we grown. That's what the law book says. 18 you grown, but 21 to buy the booze. You know what I'm saying? So I got calm. They called me, and it was like, it's fine. It's fine. No one's going to touch her. But they still was arguing with her to stop arguing with him. She was telling them, mind your motherfucking business. Da-da-da-da. And I was minding my business with vocals, but I'm still watching. So I'm to the couch. They escort me back to the couch. Calm down. So I sit down, and I'm watching like, I don't believe this. It's turning the party out, okay? The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. Burn, bitch, burn. Okay, never mind. I'm in the studio, 54 days, second owner. And it used to be hot. The walls used to sweat. Ooh, we used to dance. Come on, let's work. To the bone, bone, bone. Come on, let's work it to the... And dance. No. And break for love. Oh, that was my shit. Oh, my goodness. Intensity. Devotion. I get all into the fun. Oh, just dancing. You don't even get tired. Well, youth. You don't even get tired. Now I can go 3 songs. Short songs. You know, you go to those old school jams. Let me think. How many? About 2.5 songs. You know, you thank him. Thank you for the dance. I had to sit down. And if he's my age old, they'd be like, well, where you going? I'm like, you still could dance long? Let you be my age or older and you can rip the floor up for more than 3 songs. I'm like, no, I'll just be grooving in my seat till I get my next breath, restore the energy. I'm like, you can go longer than 3 songs. Oh, Poppa don't dance. So when I go out dancing, it's a true treat. But God, your youth, you can't even count the songs how long you stay on that floor. You may leave for water or the bathroom to tinkle. In the bathroom in Studio 54, that's a whole nother topic. We didn't even talk about that. But that's it. Yeah, to tinkle and the water was like $1 from the faucet. Ooh, Siobhan used to cuss at that barmaid. $1 from the faucet. Are you kidding me? Because you could buy the bottled water, but that was $5. This is the 80s. We was like $5 for bottled water. I don't know bottled water was all that popular back in the 80s. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe they saw some sort of exquisite cachet. Yeah, they cash they all right. Cash the fuck A. I'm like $5. We was like, okay, just give us water from the faucet. They was like, okay, that's $1. $1? It's free from the city. What? My mama paid a water bill because me and Siobhan, we live in houses. Our mama paid water bill to the city of New York. They was like, well, they don't pay the water bill here at the club. It's like $1. But we found that $1. You'd be so hot. Can you put some ice, or is the ice 50 cents? And she was like, no, the ice is free, but you're giving us an idea. They looking at each other as co-workers. Her and other barmaids like, they should charge 50 cents for the ice. We was like, what the fuck, bitch? No, never mind, y'all. We had a great time. My point is, we don't leave that floor unless you're parched or you got to pee. Pee and pee, okay? This age here, 3 songs. And they got to be my all-time jams. Other than that, I could groove in my seat with my drink. Ow, that's my shit. But then when it's really my shit, I'm moving to the floor. Oh, you got to remember to come with somebody that can watch the table and watch the pocketbooks, you know. Because if the jam is a jam, you leave your pocketbook on the table. That shit's dangerous as hell. That's why fanny packs old school. You can talk what the fuck you want to talk. Fanny packs are great because when your jam come on, your pocketbook is attached to you. You know what I'm saying? And you, not that I'm flown around with big high loads of fiat in the first place, but your ID, you know, shit that's a pain in the ass to replace. You're like, I don't even care what cash they got. What, $35? It's the ID. That's just a fucking pain in the ass. Shout out to all the people who find your purse and keep the cash and mail the ID back to you. That has happened to me on more than one occasion. In my teen years, I think maybe once in my 20s. You're like, how many times you lost your wallet, your pocketbook, dancing, foolishness. Anywhere you could be at the beach. Oh, that's my shit. Music is so, well, not the new music, not powerful with me. I guess each generation has its own love of music, you know, certain songs, but music is powerful. You hear your shit, you get the groove. And your motherfucking come back, your pocketbook going, oh my God, the fuck. But shout out to the ones who, some people just take the cash and throw your shit, the debit card or whatever they're going to take, but and throw the other shit in the garbage. But shout out to the people who see ID in the garbage or on the floor and mail it back. Y'all, and anonymously, I'm like, I wish they would have had a P.O. box or something, because you want to mail back a thank you card, get a cute little money order. You know, I'm old school. Like a money order. Yeah, I would do that. To the people who had return addresses, go on and get a thank you card, get a money order for whatever I could spare that day, and put that in there. You know what I'm saying? Got to leave it blank if they don't have a name, or you can't. The return address is not legible. The name, they can put their own name in the bitch, and then the address, and go on and mail it back, because you want to be able to reinforce good behavior. There's a Tupac quote too. I don't know how you find it. You may go look up Tupac quotes, but he was saying why people do such, you know, keep doing foul shit, because it's easy. Some people even, I'm paraphrasing, but they're even rewarded for doing lame, foul, fucked up shit. And good is not rewarded. We're like programmed to see good as corny or some shit. You know, it's terrible. So you return my ID and spare me from going to the Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV. I'm going to go ahead and mail back a thank you card. You know what I mean? And if there's no return address, I'll be sending you all kinds of sweet cheese through the ether, blissings, beer. Yeah, so shout out to either the actual person that copped your pocketbook and mail back your ID. I am thankful for that. Thank you for the ID. Thank you. Or who just toss it and somebody finds it, like, this is somebody's ID. And they take the liberty to go ahead and mail it back. It's just noble. They don't have to go to the post office and put a stamp on it. Okay, I digress. How did I get on that topic? Oh, dancing for 3 songs. Well, how did I get on the topic of dancing for 3 songs at this age? Never mind. So, back to the Trinidadian party with my former friend, Kia. So, while that was in the midst, and the whole family, and this was like, they weren't trying to harm her, you know, they were, you know, when you're really looking to see what's going on, they're trying to calm her down, because it looked like she was trying to get physical with him, and they wasn't trying to have that shit. So, I don't know if she could, I probably do know, I ain't going to put that even in the memory, because I'm about to say, I don't know if she get physical with him or when they go alone, but never mind. But they was like, oh, no, not today. Now, when I watch, he our family. What are you doing? So they trying to calm her and split them apart. Not the relationship, but, you know, physically in that moment. Pardon me, am I getting sleepy at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? I'm on this thing nearly an hour, y'all. It'd probably another 3-hour one. Fast forward. Anywho, get on. Not y'all melanites and melanates, okay? The subbies. So, while they in the midst of arguing, and then Kia even throws a bottle of Heineken towards the baby daddy. He wasn't the baby daddy yet, was he? No, I don't think so. But her boyfriend, her then boyfriend, throwing the green. I saw that green box. I said, oh shit, she could do that. And when I tell you I'm hated for far less, my in-laws wasn't too fond of me. Sentiments mutual, or I'm indifferent, pretty much. That's just me, not just there, but anywhere. The sentiment is either mutual, which I think is too much of a gift to give. I don't study psychology too long. I prefer indifference because of all my study of the mind. Giving away any energy, mal or good, it's a gift. Because I get metaphysical and it'd be too much. But my point is, I'm hated for far less. I'm throwing bottles and cutting the plum fool in somebody's family house. If I got to cut the fool, it'd be my own house. You know, at somebody's house, I'm gonna cut the plum donkey fool. No offense to you, Kia. We were teenagers, latter teens, but still teenagers nonetheless. But my point is, I think she received less hate for that behavior than I received hate for doing no behavior at all. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? I know you was like, girl, we trying. We really trying. Did I tell you to listen to me in the bubble bath? You like, no. A bubble bath need to be soothing. We need to listen to you while we frying some fish or chicken, some kind of exciting. Yeah, I said exciting. I did. Excitement is going on. Hold on, get some water. When you pop, I made good popcorn last night. No, Poppa did. I added some herbs to it. I popcorn for power. Oh, that popcorn was so good. It's going now. Like he only makes a little bit for the show. When that Poppa need to make a batch of that shit last 2 or 3 days. Hold on. All hot coming out the popper. We put olive oil, coconut oil, and butter in it. Then you put the seasoning, pink salt, black pepper, black salt. I'm giving y'all all my secrets. And then it's so good. Buttery good. Okay, now listen to me. It's so good I get into it, I can barely see what's going on with power. Maybe the popcorn is a distraction. Okay, back to the Trinidadian family in Brooklyn at party. Pretty people, Cooley. He's that coolie. Her daughter came out beautiful like that too. With what's called the good hair, enough to donate. That could come from him. And like I said, her grandma, her maternal grandmother was the babysitter. She had that beautiful hair. Anyway, so hold on. Pardon me, y'all. Amidst all that sensory and commotion, you hear me? Sensory and commotion, and I'm the only calm one on the couch. But then another calm lady, pretty beautiful, coolie woman, she comes out from the kitchen. The commotion is in the living room, off to the side, like going towards the back. Y'all know I can't describe the floor plan in the Brooklyn apartment, but like off to the side, like, so the kitchen, not the kitchen. The kitchen is virtually empty, from what I can remember, and I'm virtually empty. The living room is virtually empty on the side I was at, where the couch is, because I'm sitting and I'm looking like, wow, because this then friend caused tantrums in her own house. So I'm used to her wilding out and having a tantrum. And her moon is in Aquarius, a Cancer sun sign with a moon in Aquarius. So it just like back then I didn't know her ascendant. I didn't even know too much about ascendants. I gotta read the book later for all that astro stuff. But I was sitting there saying, an Aquarius moon doing this in somebody's house? An Aquarius moon doing this at all? But now I know the blend of Cancer and Aquarius is a quincunx, and that energy is within that individual. Never mind, I read the book. But then I was like, oh, my goodness. I know she flies out at home, but I just, not judge my friend to be mean, but just in total awe that you can be comfortable doing that in someone else's abode. So, now, I don't know if the Trini woman comes out the kitchen. I don't know if she saw me when I was rising up. Not to go involve myself verbally, but if you want to call yourself getting physical with her, you have to get physical with me. We're going to all get physical. Get physical. We got to get physical together. Okay? Then I got to smoke her out. We got to smoke ourselves walking backwards about this piece and get ourselves to a cab. You can hail cabs in the street. You know what I'm saying? New York back then. Now, not just yellow, you're not from New York, not just yellow cabs. Like in Brooklyn, there's dollar cars, you know, you can see the cars, you know what I'm saying? It's not yellow cabs per se in Brooklyn. You go hail something in the street, get to the train station, get on back, you know. But she had to go. She probably took that same cab all the way to Queens. But it ended peacefully. He put us both in a cab to Queens and paid for it too. I was like, wow, Pisces, so forgiving. But again, I don't know what they were. She told me then in the cab going home. I don't remember today, but I remember feeling like that's what y'all was arguing about. But I'm still like, how you got an Aquarius moon? And, she had 2 Aquarian babies too today. Your moon sounded very important. Well, your whole natal chart is important to your path. You know what I mean? And it's your cosmic GPS. You'll follow it anyway. See my astrology videos, y'all. I only did 12 because I didn't want this to be an astrology channel per se. It's my venting channel. But being though I'm Astro Mama, I said there should be some astrology on here sprinkled throughout. Just like my memoir. It's not an astrology book, but it is a memoir written by an astrologer. You know what I mean? My memory. So you'll have astrology, you know, woven throughout. You know, here, there. A sprinkle here, a sprinkle there. In any event. So back to the commotion, they trying to calm her down, and she's trying to get to him to beat his ass. Her baby, not the baby daddy yet, the boyfriend, and I'm on the couch looking like, oh my, what the hell, what happened? What shifted? What went left that quick? We were just partying. The beautiful lady walks up to me, and I'm seated now. I'm seated, but looking this way, looking towards my left, over to my left, and I'm looking towards my left. Shout out to Tweet and Missy, how you doing? I'm looking to my left at what the commotion, and I'm seated on the couch, just looking like, wow. You know, as long as they reassured me, feeling like, no, we're not going to hurt her. We're not going to hurt Irie. I was like, all right, okay. But we're not going to let her hurt him. I'm like, okay, I get the math in that. I get the math. I'm all for balance, okay? Before I even knew of the term my aunt, even though Edie was telling me, but I was like, my aunt. She said, no, my aunt. Anyway, y'all read that memo. So I'm seated looking, and it was like a weird dichotomy, paradox. Our side of the house was peaceful. You can still smell, you know, the smells of food from the kitchen. And the other part of the house was chaotic. I mean, the difference is dark and night, and that makes the difference is black and white. But just the duality, I can't, y'all. So I'm on the couch, and the pretty woman kneels down to me. She looked to be in her 20s, mid to late 20s, very attractive. And she says, I've been watching you. I'm telling you, she's totally oblivious to the chaos going on in her. I don't know if it was her house or she was a family member visiting the house. But either way, it's a family house. She was completely like inured to it. Like she's used to this. Like this breaks out at all our family functions, and this is just as normal. And fuck all that over there. I ain't paying shit no mind. She's looking at me eye to eye contact, and she says, I've been watching you. And I'm looking at her like, why? I didn't say it, but you know, back in our day, you respect your elders. You should anyway. You know, not respecting your elders, you risk thwarting your ascension. I'm not saying one of the elders disrespecting you and you defend yourself. You know, some physical shit, you got to break free and run and get out and do what you got to do to get the hell away from them. Or just, you know, respectfully replying. Because to some people, not just elders, if you disagree with them, that's disrespect. That's very, not immature. Insecure, that's the word I'm looking for. I guess some parts is immature too. I'm not talking about respectfully disagreeing and they're like, oh, because you're not feeding their ego. And the egos are fragile. I told you, if you don't feed the ego, for some people, they see that as disrespect. No, it's not. Sane, mature people know they can be disagreed with and don't feel disrespected. If you are disagreeing in a respectful fashion, how you disrespected? But they can't handle no's. They just can't handle it. Oh, gosh, child, it's another psychology video. Hold on. Anyway, so, and she was gentle. Nothing bitchy. Nothing catty. Nothing anything like. She gently kneeled before me. Not like you would, you know, kneel to a queen. Nothing like that. But just, you know how you would just, like you kneel down, talk to a child. Oh, I was a teenager still. Maybe she did see me as a child under her. I have no idea. But she just was like, I've been watching you. And I'm looking at her like, why? Like, huh? Me? Little old nobody? Me? I'm thinking, am I the only outsider here? Or do they know all the guests and I'm only the new guest to the party? I have no idea. But I was like, oh. I didn't know what to respond to say to that. She said, I noticed you don't really you don't really mingle. You're like, you're just like standoffish, you don't mingle. And I'm looking at her in the eyes, beautiful eyes, and I look back over to the chaotic scene. Then I look back at her wearily, like, what is that to mingle in? I don't want to co-mingle with that. Now, I would have to if I was trying to harm my friend, but I don't think that would be a logical co-mingling option. Not for sane sorts like myself, okay? I know sane is relative. Clearly, sane to me is, I'm not co-mingling in that. What is she talking about? So I look back at her. I don't say this, but I'm thinking it, because, again, back in my day, you respect your elders. What they deem as respect. So that would be like, no back talk, or, let's say asking you a direct question or something like that. So I'm looking back. I looked at her and then looked at the chaotic scene again and looked back at her wearily, like, what does she want me to co-mingle in? Could you be specific? She said, no, never mind that. She even looked back over at it. She's still looking at me, like, and she just waved it off like it was nothing. Like it was some innocuous Harrowing huddle that she, again, is inured to, and fuck all that over there. She was like, no, never mind that. I'm saying you just don't mingle. You just, you're standoffish. And I just politely said, well, I'm new. I'm my first time here. Yeah, but it's a party. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm still new. I don't know. I was respected. I was raised to respect boundaries. She said, but what boundaries is there at a party? I don't know the culture. I'm in my mind. I didn't say this at the time. I don't know the culture of Trinidadian parties where you just get all in the midst. Now, my ex-husband's brother married a Trini woman. Shout out to her. She's a Taurus. How you doing, girl? I was about to say her name, but I called myself, like, private people. And when we went to their wedding in Brooklyn again, and the way they were dancing, I was like, oh, this is how they mean you get in the midst. I don't see, it's cultural differences. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. So she was like, why are you so standoffish? So there's the question. I told you back in the days, let's the elders asking you a direct question. So I said, well, I'm not being standoffish to be rude. I just was raised that when you're new to any scene, you conduct yourself in a certain way. You don't violate boundaries. You know what I mean? And she was like, but it's a party. I'm like, yeah, but I'm still new to this environment. I'm new, and I just was raised to conduct myself in a certain way. I was told that if you insert yourself and get busy too fast, and I was told if you act like you have that type of past. I'm paraphrasing, but it was along these lines. I was told that if you act like you have a past, to act like you're seasoned, you're part of the seasoned circle, that is off-putting to people. You know what I mean? To just ingratiate and immerse yourself immediately could be off-putting. I was told to conduct yourself a certain way when you're just new. And she said, like she was processing that in her mind. And she said, well, I'm going to let this slide. I'll let this explanation slide. She had the pretty accent and stuff. I'll let it slide for today. But if Kia should bring you around us again, I would hope that you will interact more. Yeah, I'm telling you, and while she's speaking, it's still chaotic. I bullshit you not. This is my point. This is my point I'm trying to tell you. This shit is the third time this happened to me yesterday. I'm like, what the fuck? Per the classes I sat in, when there's a whole bunch of sensory going around, unless you took classes with the FBI or something like that, and they training you, because I wasn't down with those organizations, but I was in a certain quasi-military organization for a job vocation. So we went to the academy, and then they train you with that shit. When there's chaos going around, don't even study that shit. Study the shit to the left and the right of the fucking chaos. That's how you trained in fucking military shit. Let officers be assigned to chaos to study that shit, and go ahead and get, I guess playing basketball, you a center, you in the middle, who were trained to get in the midst of that shit. You study what's the perimeter of the chaos. But again, as a teenager, I wasn't in the academy yet. I don't know, but I'm just like, And this is not even a military thing. This is a party. I'm just in awe that I was even on her radar with all the chaos going on. How am I on your... What? I was in the cab telling Kia, like... And Kia's still angry. So she's like, oh, fuck her. Fuck her. You know, Kia's like, fuck that bitch. You don't have to mingle if you don't want to mingle. Fuck her. You know, but Kia's not getting a psychological feed. I'm trying to, you know, feed her or tell her. I'm like, there's something psychological with that. Most humans, what is it? Action, interest go, no, thoughts go, energy follow thoughts. How does she go? It's a saying. Wherever your thoughts go, energy, fuck all that. What I'm trying to tell you is most human beings focus on the explosion, the action, like what's going on, what's going on. It's another kind of mind that say fuck all that shit. Let me see what's going on around it. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know if I get the point, but I'm in awe of the shit. And then people always trying, not this particular woman, but people always trying to make you feel like you're a nobody, you're nothing. In this modern age, they call it irrelevant. Back then, they'd be like, oh, that's a nobody. They probably still say nobody today. I don't know. But if the person is a nobody, what fuck do you give if they mingle or not? How you even noticing a nobody? Number one, per the psychology classes I sat in, that person must be powerful. If a nobody is on your radar, you're telling on yourself. They're fucking powerful. Then you shouldn't even notice a nobody. What the fuck? And in the event, so that was the teenage moment of like me wanting to really study, you know, the human mind. Like, what the fuck? Oh, in high school too. This is what I'm saying. This is not even Brooklyn in the house. This is another video. The fights would break out in the high school I went to, Princeton in Manhattan. They called it Princeton, but it's graphic communicating arts. They changed it. I think they still call it Princeton though. In any event, a fight would break out in the cafeteria, wherever in the house. I mean, in the school. And faculty would come break it up. They would get, like, you know, basketball. They play in this, get in the center, getting thrust in the middle of shit. And I wouldn't say the guys are from Brooklyn, but reportedly they were from Brooklyn. I ain't gonna get specific because statute of limitations from the 80s. But the point of the matter is, I don't know who's what. Okay. On what Brooklyn in the house. Anyway, what I'm saying, listen to me. They would be pickpocketing like a motherfucker. Because the male faculty kept the wallet in their back pocket. Why? I don't fuck. I thought they didn't have to walk with a pocketbook, that's for certain. But they would keep the wallets in their back pockets. Pickpocketing like a motherfucker. And you be like, damn, that's some bullshit. Because you're so busy breaking up the fight, you don't fucking know. Motherfucker be over goddamn PA system. This is the same thing with ID. Look funny as hell. We, you know, the fight clear, the smoke clear. You back to, you know, chilling lunch with the boom boxes, the 80s. And, you know, but PSK making, you always say, what the hell does that mean? That shit was on heavy rotation in the cafeteria. That PSK shit. Anything played the Latin quarters in the 80s was in that lunchroom, okay? And AJ, we be dancing, break dancers. And this is so beautiful and thinking about it, because it was just hip hop. It was early stages of hip. It was just beautiful to witness it. But as a teenager in high school, it's your regular daily life in school. You know, that beat, that making, you know, that beat, that shit on the cafeteria table. That shit was every day. People, it was a rapper named Mercury, a rapper named Gemini, just going off the, and Potts was Gemini, just rapping. The lunchroom was lit, and it was dope, and it felt like it would last forever. I digress. But sometimes fights broke out, and sometimes faculty broke it up. But they stopped doing that shit. Well, the men did, or they had the good sense to leave their wallets in the motherfucking office where they ran to the daggone fight scene to break it up. But that slowed down, like But over the PA system, just return my ID, you little pricks, you know. Our faculty was mostly Italian, whereas most public schools in New York was mostly Jewish. We had Jewish faculty too, but a lot of Italians, so they would be saying those Italian words. I'm not gonna say the mooly. Did they listen? But we would listen like, oh shit, are they allowed to call us kids that? Can they say that? He got his fucking wallet taken. He don't give a fuck about no damn etiquette. Funny as hell. And shout out to Brazzy. Brazzy be the book too. But yeah, just return my ID, you little. Oh, they would say terrible things. And we can remain anonymous. You know, you don't give a fuck about being expelled. They cursed. We was like, are they allowed to curse over the PA system? Funny as hell. It's not funny that they were robbed, but I mean, they would be pissed. You stole my wallet. How am I going to get home with no ID? I need my license to drive. Just put it in an envelope and put it in a lost and found. No one will be the wiser. Keep the cash, you little prick, you. Now, did they return it in that method or at all? I have no idea, but yeah. But even in high school, in that moment, that was the moment before the Kia took me to Brooklyn to the party. I noticed how the psychology, I just was like, who has enough presence of mind and say this is an opportunity for jokes? That Brooklyn shit, that Brooklyn bullshit, we on it. Rising power, Biggie, R.I.P. Biggie. But I don't know, because again, you see a fight, your mind goes, your eyes go to the fight. Who thinks that this, fuck that fight, this is an opportunity to get paid? What mind does that? No, I don't know. I don't think they taught psychology in high school. We had print and we teach you photography, journalism. Those are my main concentrations. And the regular academia, math, science, history. They call it social studies. They not teaching psychology like that. I don't know. They ain't teaching Brooklyn how to get busy and rob. Oh, sometimes they got watches. I don't know if that's because the faculty is breaking up the fight in the watch for a law. I'm telling you, a bag, a score. Shit, chill. Faculty said, fuck breaking up them fights. Fuck them. Let the kids break up their own fucking fight. Let them deal with their own damn wars. Goddamn, tired of being robbed trying to break up this shit. Anyway. Okay, so now fast forward to, and I told you the Brooklyn party. It was one between yesterday, what happened yesterday. Hi, Leo. Hey, baby. You like that catnip? I guess that shit's like marijuana to catch. I don't know. You looking right nice. You looking right relaxed, Leo. What was the one before? Hold on, y'all. I don't want to give you yesterday's one. When I can. Oh, the job in my 30s. Okay. So I'm on the job. And no, here we go with no. Am I the only one that read etiquette books? What the fuck? Now, I'm not going to compare my mama raising to other moms. I'm not getting into that. But etiquette books are available to everybody. What the fuck? I'm just like, in any event, I'm on a new job, okay? And I was told, this is not my opinion or even my intuition, although I'm allowed to speak to that too, First Amendment. But another officer would come to my post and tell me, oh, the supervisor doesn't like you, she doesn't like you, and she's trying to get everybody else to not like you. And I'm like, it's so high school. Okay, what else is no one? As long as I get my paycheck, I don't give a shit. Oh, but she's trying to stop that. She's trying to get you fired before your probation is up. And then I'm like, a black woman is doing that to another black woman? A mother is doing that to another mother? She wants to take someone's paycheck away? And she's a black woman and a mother? He was like, yup. Well, so he's wanting to know why. Well, did y'all have words? Did you have any type of incident? I'm like, no, not that I know of. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. That's the phone. That could be Poppa. Poppa, you got the door? Hey, you know what I just discovered? My first ring, because it takes me a minute to get to the phone. Then it takes me a minute to find the phone. The ringing to help me find it. But girl, you already know my steez. But I just found out because I was in the car with Tosh the other day or so, and I couldn't find my phone in my pocketbook, the big bag. And so she called. She said, "Let me call it so you can follow the ring." So and sitting in the car with her, I don't know why didn't notice it before, because how many times have I called myself sitting here in the house? My first ring on my end, orally speaking, my ears, my first ring is the caller's third ring. No wonder people get, because we that ADD, not that you have ADD, but the impatience going on in society. People just like, oh, F it, I'm hanging up there. She'll see the missed call and call me back, which is fine. That's still fine. But I was like, I never knew that. On this phone, I don't know about everybody else's phone, my first ring that I hear is the caller's third ring. So they thinking it's on the wrong third time. Never mind, girl. I just wanted to tell you that. What's going on? I'm doing a video. How did it work out with the other job?
I'm working right now.
Okay.
Trying to get used to the territory that I have and trying to get everything down. It's not that at all. I mean, but we have a little crazy sometimes, but they walk up and chat them in the community. But yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah. And the heat is I don't know, it's like hot, muggy, and then get cloudy, the clouds, and I mean this July it's summertime, that technically, but it's just like, I don't know, I can't really explain it. It just is, the weather's danky. It's like a danky summer. Not complaining, just stating, just hope it's natural and not part of the heart and whatnot. Other than that, girl, I'm doing a video. I need to vent about yesterday. I had a weird moment at the daggone park, girl. Weird shit. I wrote about it on Facebook. Just weird shit. Just weird shit. But it's probably the basic bullying bullshit, but it's deeper than just that person. It's just that bully frequency is so enveloped in the planet. It's like grown people trying to tell grown people what the hell to do or dictate what they doing is rude. Do you know what rude really is in this society? The fuck? My distance ain't rude. I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you no mingling, and we don't even have that kind of rapport. We don't got no cozy rapport where you'll feel a void and it's suddenly cut off. Ah, nah. Hell no. You don't want to out of here with that bullshit. Oh. I know. If this much time went by, you haven't heard anything. Yeah.
It's not a good time. It's not a good time, but that's okay. I will be alright.
You will. I know that feel. I remember that feeling. It's just.
Oh, yeah, it's all good, though. But he don't know how I felt when he don't know how I felt about him. Because I tried to make sure I kept that, Because when he was treating me, I kept that on stage,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so.
He has good kisses, don't he? He has good kisses.
No.
Oh, I'm surprised. Most cancers and Tauruses got good kisses. No, not that's it. I mean, in general, is he a good kisser?
No, he don't really like to kiss like that.
Oh, as a Cancer? Interesting. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, mutual love, definitely. And she's immature sending you pictures. That was very immature. I mean, very immature. At our age doing that foolishness? Oh, gosh, child.
Well, she got her man, so
enjoy him. And she was enjoy him in peace, she wouldn't be thinking about you. That was, oh. You expect that in high school, maybe your 20s. Anything, any age past 35, and you acting a plumb fool. Just crazy. Questionable. Enjoy your man. You shouldn't be thinking about me. What the fuck?
Exactly. Especially when you have to take off on a vacation together, you know?
Yeah, I should be the furthest thing from your damn mind. What the fuck? I'm not gonna wear my psychosis on my sleeve like that. I'm going to confirm for another chick that you on my mind. That's too much psychological gifts to give. I ain't doing it. Oh fuck no. Oh no. No. Any gripes I got with any outside chicks, my gripe is with him. The beef is with him. I'm not letting no outside chick know she's on my mind like that. I don't think people study psychology books. No doubt. Have some class. Some class.
You know what? At the end of the day, he showed me exactly who he was, and that's better to know now than to be in a relationship or go deeper into like somebody that has problems. Okay? Because he has a daughter who just got married, and that marriage isn't working out. You know, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like, do you do her like that? She was so close to and lead her on. Have her thinking that there might be a chance. Come on, that ain't right.
I know.
Like, who would man could do that and just be like, you know, so remorseful? Somebody's been in prison and don't give a fuck. So this is my choice that I made that I'm touching the top. So now I know that I will not even worry about playing like him again. And that's good. So I'm glad that I have to go through and that's fine. You know? And then I go back and you take it back and he comes back. I said, well, he was never mind to begin with, so.
I hear you. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, you know.
I know. You know, God always shows you signs. And when I got the money, you're not afraid. I wasn't to see signs. That's what I thought. And then my brother was like, you know, you don't know how long this been going on, apparently, because, you know, he went bullshit me for a while ago when I came to be in December. He didn't seem like he was too happy with the situation that he had been. So maybe I was just kind of like, maybe he saw a part of me to pay, like, go ahead, so he just wanted to try to keep on or whatever. I don't know, but, oh, good.
Oh, I just,
I go and I walk 3 times, do 8 miles a day, walk out and keep my mind, and, you know, I cry every day, but it's okay, it's going to get better.
it will. Walking help. Exercise help. I was walking yesterday. Exercise really help feel better. It clears your mind. You know, working out clears your mind. You know, at your own pace. I'm proud of that. Definitely walk. Just walk that stress away. It feels much better. Definitely it does.
My neighbor, Miss Ann, she made me some nice bad outfits. I mean, she just did everything to put a smile on my face. And she was so hurt because we going through something too besides she was. She was so hurt to get me to call her because she was there that she was staying there. And she was like, you know, don't let me come in with you, fucking y'all. I think that you should do something like that. Like, why is it bother, you know? Somebody else, you should have just stayed with that person.
Child. It's selfish. It's selfish.
And I hope that girl gives him a hard time he deserves. Driving and fucking the man. Calling him every 5 minutes. Everything.
It's bananas.
And then I felt like something so weird and it wasn't nothing. Why do we even force emotion to come on like that? We're not right, you Do you have Brillo pickle? Brillo pickle? Like kosher, kind of like kosher. Yeah.
There he goes. Kosher.
That's the only one you carry? Oh, well, let me just take a picture of this one here. Who was the buyer for that? I want to take a picture of that. How's the sales going on? How's the sales? Who's the buyer for that? Is he new? Okay, so I'm going to tell you. Okay, thank you. All right, 1 second. Oh, my hand is. I got an easy job to fill out the business to do something business afternoon. Not bad. I just want to try to get my car thing off. Everything is just on the brink of being right. You know what I'm saying? But I can't believe it. Trying out a job, I make sure everything is taken in every day. And that, you know, June, and we just was a little bit over a year, May 18th anyway, and he didn't really act like he gives a shit too much about that. We're only like this. As long as I enjoy it. But I'm fine. You know, like I said, my friend, he's alright, but I'm not even in, you know, okay time. Is the company manager available? Are you a company manager? Hi, baby, I'm Diane with Brillo Pickles. How's the sales going? Brillo.
There's something called Brillo pickles? Wow, they must be very harsh pickles.
You got the little chip ones, and then you got the big stub ones too. The chips over here. Yep, that's what I thought. I took a picture of that already. So everything's good. Do you guys do demo too? You want to do demo or do you want to try? Okay. Anytime, alright?
Who is it? Oh, okay.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Oh. Hi, Poppa. I was making trees. It's hot out front and cloudy in the back. Isn't that weird? Hi, Leo. Your daddy's home. Hey, baby. Did your mommy look? Did your mommy look? Hey, baby. Daddy's home. Today. Song. God damn it, I'ma sing my song. Poppa, really? Just thank you. Can you say pardon? You got any manners?
Pardon me.
How was your day? Get your shoes.
It wasn't very productive.
Don't say that.
When we was waiting for that tax person,
Don't say shh.
and I was texting, and finally they text back and said they wouldn't be in today. It was.
Hold on, I'm on the phone with Diane. I'm doing that.
I'm gonna do it.
But Poppa, don't be mean. No, but Leon didn't know that before coming to get you?
How would he know?
Y'all can't call her prior to going?
She don't pick up.
Is she Caucasoid?
No.
Oh. I don't like an unreliable business person. That's very scary. Business is 10th house. That's Capricorn.
She's by herself. She works on her own. So.
All right, but I'm saying, are you going to defend the one that's in air? Fine, Daddy.
Come on, just don't say I'm doing what you're doing.
Papa, please. Papa, please.
Man.
Papa, whatever, Daddy.
Listen to her. You don't defend this. You don't defend that.
Papa, I should be able to talk. I want to talk free First
I
Amendment.
don't say that when you defend people.
Who am I? Do I defend business people? What business people I defend? That's 10th house. That's Capricorn.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if you're going to be a business person, hell, be a business person.
Yeah.
Papa, I want to talk to you.
Go ahead. Why
Papa,
you talking?
because you talking. Diane, I'm sorry you had to hear. Diane, girl, you at work? Oh, Lord. All right, Mom, I didn't want to, because, Papa Bear. We'll talk.
Don't what you talking about me for?
I'm not talking about you. Me and her about to hang up the phone, Daddy. I think she was doing her
You
business
listen to
anyway.
me, like I'm the reason why you got the phone open.
Papa, please. Everybody mentioning you, I can talk high free. You're not going to legislate my speech.
I didn't make you make the phone call.
But Papa, I didn't say you made me make the phone call. She called me and I missed the call and I called her back.
Well, you should have answered that.
Papa, please. You made her hang up. Papa, go on with yourself. You're so rude. So nasty and so rude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Toast.
I gotta redo it.
Yeah.
Did you get the sensation?
Right here.
You don't want her?
You want this?
No, that real fork is different. Thank you, Daddy. Ouch, thank you, Daddy.
Go about your business.
Papa, please don't talk to me that way. They got wrong with you.
You, that's what's wrong with me.
Bullshit. I met you in your late 50s. Your personality was set. You can get on with that bullshit, Daddy.
Talking about what's wrong with me, you.
How?
See that?
You, what's wrong with me?
See that?
I met you in your late 50s.
See that?
You was already gray. Personality set. Go on with that bullshit. Don't be blaming me. You was a full-grown man when I met you.
I'm like, ow.
What is this?
That was your punishment.
What was my punishment?
Whatever. I heard you in there screaming.
I screamed at it?
Ow.
I don't recall.
I know.
I didn't have no punishment. Papa, please, Papa, you talking out your ass.
You're so busy coming down here, want to rain.
I can go where I want to go. You're going to restrict me at home. There's no restrictions out there in the world for melanated people.
Wrangle with me.
You started the wrangle.
I didn't.
You always did. I don't hear that bullshit. Daddy, what is this?
You'll see when I finish with it.
Oh, gosh. You could have brought home something more funner. And I said funner because I can. Okay? Dr. Yalphabet.
Dr. Yo Yalphabet.
Papa, go on. The foolishness. You know what? My friend Diane, this cancer broke her heart. Your sign is so mean. How you bring your shoes over here and put it on top of his cage? Does that make an ounce of sense? Why are you taking your shoes in the bathroom? It don't make sense to me. What are you doing? I'm curious. I can ask questions in my own. Ugh. Take your shoes in the bathroom. Did you step in something? You gonna wash your shoes? He's never taking his shoes in the bathroom. That don't make an ounce of sense. Here's the salt. Oh gosh, I love Zaxby fries. I didn't like Zaxby when we first got down here. I didn't know what the hype was. Child, I saw that Sansa Ray video of her eating them French fries. I barely could make out what the hell she was saying. I said, maybe I should try Zaxby's again. They ought to cut her a check. I'm refrying them somewhat because I want them crispier. Babe, where's the salt? Oh, Lord. Hi, Leo.
You control the salt. I have to ask you when it's salty.
What? I'll use this.
No.
Wait. Papa, please, okay? Please. I had some sea salt here. I had it in my room, but we had another salt in the kitchen. Papa, please. I don't want to talk about salt. We're going to argue about salt. Jeez. Talking about what's wrong with you. Your personality was set. I met you in your late 50s. Go on with that bullshit, Daddy. Go and apologize for that bullshit. You was who you was then, and you who you is now. Same man. Move, don't you jump up here, ass. Move, Leon. But you fast. Go down. Oh my goodness. I love the daggone French fries crispy with a little dusting of extra salt. Highly up, baby. Let me want some. You can have carbohydrates, but you can have a little piece of this the chicken from the Sensation salad. And the Sensation salad, they didn't give the ginger dressing. That ginger dressing is everything. The dressing damn the better than the daggone salad itself. Oh Lord, this thing is still going. Oh my. Hi y'all. Pardon it. Y'all didn't hear much, did you? Oh Jesus. It probably clicked off by now. Well, good. I could. No, not to the melanites and melanette. I could finish my outlet. Pardon me, it's gonna be chewing. Y'all fast forward to chewing who don't like it. No shade tea. Anyway, so here we are. So on the job, yeah. Yeah, I ain't having no breakfast, okay? I having breakfast. Had a little slice of mango, and that was it. That was hours ago. And water. I'm like, you don't need no. I hate it. You haters, y'all so predictable, y'all mind. You tell a hater they don't need breakfast. Well, this is lunch now. Late lunch. Anyway, so thank you, Daddy. It's good. They didn't give you the ginger dressing? You gotta ask for it now? So on the job, people, different male officers will come to my post and tell me that, Sergeant don't like you and yada, yada, yada. And they were curious to know what brought on that disdain. So I got on to history classes and books I read and Carl G. Wilson, and I'm like, well, we're programmed to dislike each other, I don't know, they had the blank stare like, why is she giving us a history lesson? I'm just saying, if you dislike somebody who never wronged you, I'm going to take it to psychology books and, history of, America. Per the studies I've sat for, because it is legitimate hate, like they robbed your house, or I don't know, they cussed you out or lied on you. There's some legitimate hate. Although hate is very taxing to your own soul. But still, there's some legitimate reasons out there. If someone's initiating hostilities with you, they won't be likable to you, as we wouldn't be sane. However, again, I was quiet, mind my business. I read the employee manual, handbook, like you would read a juicy love novel, to make sure I was within the contract. That contract law class comes in handy. You can get fired for operating outside the contract. So I knew to read that book to make sure I was within the contract. Not subject to the whims of anybody's ego. I'm within the corporation's contract. So I read that thing twice. Took notes. Index card notes, okay? So I told him, as long as I stay within the guidelines of my position I was hired for, her sentiments is really none of my business. You know what I mean? As human beings, we all possess the quality of likes and dislikes. She's entitled to her likes and dislikes. It's none of my business. But he kept saying, well, she get you fired, that's your business, you know. I don't know if there was instigating, trying to get shit jumped up. I don't know, but he seemed nice enough. Like he was just putting me on. But there was something very interesting he said. And this was my first job, like after 10 plus years of not really working. My husband didn't harass me or require me to work. I did here and there, but he didn't want my money. I bought some things for the house, you know, spruced it up, you know, contribute to groceries. You know, he was fine with it, but his one job covered the household, you know, needs and things of that nature. And Pisces, he ain't stressed me about no fiat. So I didn't really work for 10 years, you know. I had good jobs. The 2 times I did work while married, brief time at the phone company, and then for this mattress company. The mattress company paid well. I didn't think it would, because I'm like, you get paid based on your calls or based on your sales. You got to sell the mattresses. I was like, oh God, commission. I just didn't think. And they was like, no, people are calling you to buy a mattress. It's not like you calling them. They were like, don't worry, you have a paycheck. Oh, did I have a paycheck? All right, oh Jesus. But anyway, you read more about that in the memo. Well, both those jobs were short-lived. Pardon me, y'all. Do y'all look at mukbangs? Okay, don't worry about it. This is a mukbang. A mini mukbang. I know you're like, we could see the mukbang. You could hear it too, so you're just hearing this one, right? Okay, listen. Oh, don't. Click off. Everyone listen. So something he said one day. Well, he was an Aquarius too. Had a biblical name. Totally took me aback. All the other hate speech. Oh, she don't like you. I'm like, well, everyone honors their intellect. Is she voicing an intelligent reason for the dislike? You know, he said you don't do your job well. I'm like, well, what is it to do? You know, y'all read the memoir with the GSO. I had the employee handbook with me. Took it out my knapsack, and I'm showing him what my job description details. I said, per this book, I'm within job description. Anything outside the description is outside the contract, and that's a tort, T-O-R-T. Okay? I told him he could look that word up. I don't want to be in tort. Now, you can legitimately lose your job if you're working outside the contract. How it was back then. I don't know if they done tapered it. I don't know today. But anyway, so this is the one thing he said to me within this context. He said, that, oh, you don't like you don't do you doing your job right. Yeah, read the memo for the details of that. Yeah, I'm redundant. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. He goes and says, and she's mad because you're quiet in the meetings, in the roll call room, you're quiet. Someone's actually mad at quiet and peace. Again, psychology. It's what? I'm like, I'm new. He said, that's what I say. Because I guess she's speaking not just in front of him, but other officers there, like an open dialogue, if you will. And I'm the guest of honor that's not present. Why am I even on her radar or on her mind? He repeated what I said. He said, well, you knew. You hadn't had a new employee in a while in that department. I'm like, really? He said, yeah. And he told me who was the last one hired before I got hired and how long ago that was. I think they had the new, I was a new woman. They had a new guy who came in with me. I won't say his name. But he has the same last name as a rapper. And we was like, are you related to him? Be cool. He was from around the way too. Shout out to you, it's Sag. Anywho, I think we came in around the same time. Like a new high read as a woman. Okay, anyway, so a severe attitude that I'm quiet in the roll call. I'm quiet in all other meetings that the director may, be at the helm of. And I'm like, but I'm new. Per the etiquette books I read, I'm supposed to not. What can I possibly offer? I just got here. He said, that's what I say. I go, well, she's new. And she said, that's not the point. And he's looking like, well, what is the point? He said, if whatever suggestion she could offer be shot down. Why? Because she's new. And I told him, I said, you don't get it? That's it right there. You just answered it. And he was like, what do you mean? If I say something, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. If I say something, it gives them the material, the information. They're not even hearing information. They're not even hearing what's said. The fact that you lift every voice and spoke, which they would deem out of turn because you're new. You know what I mean? So being at the opportunity, I didn't afford the opportunity for them to judge anything or shoot anything down. The bully may feel deprived. This is straight Psych 101 tease, okay? The bully will feel deprived of the opportunity to wrangle with you or mute your voice because you won't give them a voice. I was like, wow. You know, hold on, y'all. The sensation is a shit. Why am I giving these Zaxby's a free advertisement? I don't know. But maybe nobody listening here will even go to Zaxby's. No shade to you, Zaxby's. But y'all get enough millions. But that y'all the sensation, it is tasty. And that ginger sauce. Babe, did they put the ginger sauce in the bag? Hello?
I don't know. They put some sauce there, but I don't know if it's ginger sauce.
Whatever, Daddy. Whatever. That would be a yes. I don't know if it's ginger sauce. Oh, God. Anyway, y'all.
Why you got me on the thing? Why don't you shut that thing off and talk to me?
Papa, because I don't know how to pause it. Teach me how. Is your stuff? Is it a way to pause it? To speak to you and then put it back on in the same video? I want to start a new video when I'm doing the thing that happened yesterday in the park. I didn't even tell you all about yesterday in the park.
Just don't talk while you on there.
Don't tell me how to talk and not to talk. You don't dictate my tongue. Oh, that didn't sound right. We've been celibate for years. You know what I'm saying, Daddy. You don't legislate my lingo. First Amendment. I've been congested, Daddy. I ate ice cream. Like a fool. I told you get vegan ice cream. You're going to come in here with regular ice cream. What is wrong? I don't care that I'm whining. I can whine with my man.
You don't want to drink.
You don't need to have dairy either, Daddy.
What dairy? What are you talking about?
That ice cream you brought in here was not vegan. I said on the phone, baby, bring home vegan vanilla ice cream.
They don't have it.
How Kroger's ain't got no vegan ice cream? It's mainstream. They ain't got no vegan loud.
Discuss that with them.
I'm going to go to Kroger's next time I'm out with Tanya. I'm going to go see. I go to Kroger's anyway, you know what I'm saying, to check my thing. I'm going to go see if they got a vegan ice cream. I bet you was sitting right there. You just didn't even want to get it.
Well, if it's there, get it.
Papa, what do you mean if it's there, get it? I'm trying to see if you're telling me the truth. You're an honest man, but you could be just saying anything now to shut me up. I know you're Stilo.
Because they have it when you walk in, they don't mean they have it when I
I asked the merchant, do they sell vegan ice cream ordinarily? I know Kroger's got a vegan ice cream. You didn't want to get it, Daddy. Now we sitting here congested. You know we can't do dairy like that no more. How daggone nerd. Papa, you don't need it either. I would throw it in the doggone garbage. And what, $5? I'm not going to throw your money away.
You throw your money away. You throw my money away.
I ain't throw your money away. Daddy, don't tell me whatever. Anyway, so. Pardon me, all the sensation. What you saying?
It says gelato.
Gelato is dairy, Daddy. I think. You read the label? I think gelato is dairy. No, they got a gelato. That's the company, right? Gelato. They have a sorbet. Yes, I added with the teat, but it's sorbet. They have a sorbet. You know, I get that from my younger brother. I got my younger brother.
I'm gonna deal with it right now.
When Mommy graduated from college, what's his name in my book? Harry was a baby. No, he was like 8 or 9. I don't know. Mommy got 2 degrees. One of them celebrations, we was at the restaurant. And he wasn't trying to be, you know, because I'm deliberate with my mispronunciations. Why I get bored with words. I don't give a fuck. I love the shit. I love twisting shit like with a sound. You know, the sound phonetic. I want to, you know, season my phonetics because I can. Now, Dr. Yakubeta inspired me. But Hermie was at the restaurant, and he is. Don't you hate when they have something on the menu and they talk, oh, we're fresh out? Mommy liked to support black. It was a black-owned restaurant. Was burning. Oh, I forgot I had the French fries on. Now the bitch. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back. So Mommy, he ordered peach cobbler, but he called it peach cobblet. And he kept saying that peach cobblet because they said they ran out. Oh, he was heartbroken. When I tell you that was some funny shit. And me, I'm not even a fan of his ass. That shit was funny as hell. I want peach cobblet. Oh, he was fit to be tired. Okay? Oh my goodness, they ran out. He said, it's on the menu. They was like, I know, but we ran out. He said, oh no. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Straight out. First time that I saw you born, it was a warm and sunny day. All I know is I wanted you. I really hope you look my way. You smiled at me so warm and sweet. I could not speak. You made me feel like a little bitty girl. Where's the ginger sauce? The ginger sauce that comes with this, Daddy. You're not scared to eat that dairy? I had a little bit and I'm strung out. I'm congested.
I'm like you.
Daddy, I've seen you with your sinuses, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Daddy. What a way to treat a lady.
That's not it.
This is the sauce.
Okay. That was on the door. I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, see what I'm saying? That was spirit.
That sauce already here.
That was spirit. I don't remember all the sauces on the door. What the hell keep up with the sauce? I don't. Do you remember everything you put on the door? Go on with that foolishness, Daddy.
I don't put nothing on the door.
Dad, you don't have nothing on the door. If I go on there right now, I'm gonna find a few things you don't put on the door of the fridge. Go on, Daddy, with that food. I don't want to argue about. I'm not there looking at the surveyor. Papa, please. I don't want to get petty and pointless with you. Now, I'll go check the door. When I check the door, I bet you have something on the door. You don't say the whole door is mine.
It is.
Daddy, go on with the foolishness.
I'm doing it right now.
Daddy, please. Where's my fork? In this picture? Did I leave a fork in it? Oh, no, I got the fork. Never mind. Anyway. Papa, I lost my train of thought now. Thanks. Yeah, but that's an instance where someone was mad at the silence. That you wouldn't, you know. Listen. They mad at you talking, then they mad at your silence. A bully's in the midst, as a teacher told me. You have an oppressive. If it's a damned if you do and damned if you don't, any scenario, there's an oppressive bully in the midst. Trust and believe, okay? Per the classes I sat for. Oh my goodness, them French fries are good. Yeah, especially when you toast them up a little bit more, add salt and pepper. Leo, don't you jump your ass up here. This is how cats get homeless. Go on now, Leo. Yeah, I can't even eat in peace if we put it down here, jump. You know, the cats be on some bold shit. Leo, you don't even pay for this damn food or rent. If you don't go your ass. Okay, now. So that was that. Late 20s, early 30s. Back in the day. You know, and the co-workers, and she didn't like me. And there's something, this is the irony of life. Oh, same thing with yesterday. Papa, let me share. I'm going to share the story once. Papa, come here. I want to share the story with you too. Co-workers used to come to my post calling her bipolar, a psychotic bitch. And then you would see her interact with these particular co-workers in a nice, congenial, civil way. I'm telling you. I'm like, if she only knew how they described her. I ain't call out her name because you don't even know if they are. No offense to y'all who came to my post to give me tea, but I don't know if they're agent. I don't know if they're saying this to bait me into saying something and take it back to her. So I'll be sitting there very Edith Bunker, you know, sweet and mute and stifled, and I'm like, oh really? Oh okay. I would say logical things like, well, we're virtual strangers. We don't even know each other. To have a passionate feeling for someone you barely know, interesting. And I read more about that in the memoir. But this is not just them, it's human nature. The ones you're nice to, maybe the ones talking about you like a dizzle. The ones you're not nice to, may be indifferent as hell. Not saying nothing about you one way or the other and give a shit. They just indifferent. It's the irony of life. Just, oh wow. The downside of life, you know what I'm saying? In this context. Hold on. Leo, please, I can't eat like this. Would you want to hold your plate? I'm afraid if I put it down, he's going to jump. One of my former friends, Lynette. Oh my God, did I just say her name? Oh Jesus God. Chill, girl. The name's common. Don't act a fool. Anybody else about to spill your tea? But she told me a story years ago. This woman made dinner for her husband. I think it was the last bit that was in the pot. You know, fixed his plate. Did they live in Hollis? I don't know where they live. But anyway, child fixed that man plate. Walked off from the kitchen. Well, you know, at home natural stuff. Walked off from the kitchen. And told him his plate was in the kitchen. He wanted to get his plate. That cat jumped up when that thing was in that man's food in his plate. He threw the cat out the window. Now, I don't know what floor they was on. I have no idea. But the cat survived and came home like 7 to 8 days later. They wouldn't let the cat back in. That was it. No, you stay out there. Threw that cat out the window. That's the story she told us. I believe her. I was like, oh shit, he wasn't caring. And the cat survived? He was like, hell no. It survived. It must have been high up floor. Because we in the cipher was like, the cat survived? I don't know what floor number though. Like, you know, cats got 9 lives, but we thought that was just a saying. The cat survived. Came back home a couple of days later. The cat's a psychic. Like, let me just wait till he cool off. They wouldn't let it in. Then I don't know if they finally, you know, relented and let the cat in. But yeah, that man was so pissed through that cat right out the goddamn window. Like, you eat my food? Have you lost your goddamn mind? Charge you. I need some more salt. How can you bring me the salt, please?
What happened to the fuck you had?
I took it in the kitchen.
Why?
Because I was in the kitchen, Daddy, to see. So, okay, fine, don't bring the salt. Really, Daddy? The ice cream that good, you can't bring the salt? You shouldn't be eating that daggone thing.
You shouldn't be eating salt.
That dairy. Don't tell me. What's wrong? Sea salt's healthier than daggone dairy.
It's still salt.
Don't you bark at me. It's sea salt. It's from the sea.
I wish you could see.
I can't. You watch your mouth, Papa. You watch your mouth. I'm mad that you treated me with power last night. Don't think it's over, buddy. I asked you to watch it so you can teach me what the hell's going on, and then you just act real snap.
There's nothing going on.
I don't know why Ghost made love to Fancy like that. Did he lose his whole damn mind? Papa, come here.
For what?
I want to tell you about yesterday.
What about it?
I'm going to say it once. Come here.
Come on, man.
Can you hear me?
I don't want to hear about yesterday.
No, this is something deep. Did you hear me from the kitchen?
I can hear you from the kitchen.
I mean, real good.
Come on.
Daddy, go on with that bullshit. Now, I'll come in there and take that cream soda. Would you put cream soda with the vanilla ice cream? I'll come take it and pour it down the sink. And what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You be strung out. You don't need the dairy know-how. But if you can't sit with me to hear the story once because you have to go back to your cream funky ass soda, I'll pour this shit down the sink. Hold on. Here's the soda because you don't play with my heart, nigga. Give it to me. Give it to me, Daddy. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me the cream soda. Give it to me. Don't drink it fast. It's not healthy if you drink it fast. Give it to me, Daddy. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me that funk, that sweet, that fruit, that You know what else I came to mom when I was saying, Papa, I can't give you the dairy like that. And you drunk it too fast. I wasn't going to throw it away. I was just fooling with you. You thought I was going to... No. No. You thought I was going to really throw it in the sink. I don't do it to you, Dad. You don't need the dairy, though. You know what else came to mind aside from Rick James and Jay-Z song? Would they give it to me? Did you see Sparkle the movie? When the brown skin sister was trying to take the narcotic from her, she was like, "Give it to me!" And they threw it on the floor and carried on. That shit's a classic. Anyway, y'all. So, fast forward to yesterday. I shouldn't eat because I'm going to tell a story about Yahi and chewing. Okay, Papa, I was invited to the picnic. The Buddha picnic. The annual Buddha picnic. You know, I didn't even want to go. In my homebody, to my heart, I just didn't want to go. Not because of them, I just didn't feel like going. But the invite came once, and then it came twice, and then thrice. And did you know what? I should get out the house. Go be one with nature. You know what I'm saying? Now get this. I brought my chair last year. And I brought my chair this year. Because where they sit is under a tent. And you can't really get any sun. I want to get some sunlight. So I bring my chair to go out in the grass and sit. What's so different this year than it was last year? Was she complaining last year? Anyway, so before I do sunbathing and all that other stuff, brought a book to read, you know, really get into nature, I said, you know what? I want to walk around the park. It took me a while too. I said I'm gonna walk around the park, you know, a couple of times and get some exercise in. I'm not, mind you, when I got there, I gave a, you know, etiquette, how you raise. I gave a general hello to everybody present. Warm, sweet salutations, you know, Buddha greetings. You know what I'm saying, for the Buddha buddies. So, I sat up on the grass, minding my business. But not a conscious mind of our business. I'm thinking everybody doing them, but they are more huddled under the tent, doing what they doing. It's a cookout. People do what they do. You know what I'm saying? How am I even on your radar? Mind you, there's 30 plus people around her. Good food. Gaiety games. They playing some sort of little piglet in a blanket. Some kind of game they playing. So there's so much activity going on around her. How do you even notice me? There goes that same psychological thing I was studying. How do you notice a person that's quietly off to themselves minding their business when there's so much sensory going on around you? Papa, what psyche does that? What is that? It's not like you're in law enforcement and you're trained to be observant like that. Like, okay, it's action over here, but I'm trained to look over here too. I don't think it's a law enforcement training. I think she's retired. I don't know what she did, but I'm saying, do you know of a mind that focuses on the peace when they in the midst of the action? Have you ever met a mind like that? You know, your mind is like that. But you wouldn't care about the person over there. You may notice it. You're very observant. You'll notice all around you, not just what's up in the action spots. But you wouldn't feel a certain kind of way because they over there being peaceful. Hell, you peaceful. You probably like, well, damn, I need to find me a peaceful spot. But in any event, so it took me a while to do my laps. Once I finished, it was a daggone explosion, Papa. Bullshit you not. I was like, it was Marge trying to tell me something. You know, Marge was working out. I'm like, is Marge trying to tell me something? I ended my workout with a bang. Literal. I was like, the whole park was shaking. We was like, what the fuck going on? What the fuck going on? But any of them, I said, well, maybe somebody finishing off their July 4th supplies. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I wanted the planet Mars was, you know, the spirit realm was trying to say, good job. You did a good job. You finally moving your fat ass. I don't know. So it took me that long. By the time I finally got back to my chair, the grass, and, you know, where they were under the tent, the kind of tent, like a more secure tent, where it was overpacked. Well, they were packing down. I was like, oh shit, it was time to pack down. Because I think you only rent the space for like a couple of hours, 2-3 hours. I have no idea about their rentals and shit, but of the space. So I said, okay, so I get my stuff together and start packing down too. And then somebody walks over to me. A couple of people walked over to me. One day, they invited me to play the Piglet game. I was like, no thank you. For some reason, when she offered, can you want to play the Piglet game? Little piggy, I can pin the pill. I guess pin something on the Piglet ass. I don't know what kind of game it was, but I thought of when the Peace Dealer was interviewing Alyssa, and she gonna tell him pigs are more important than turkeys. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? And he's an astrologist now. I'm like, either she got the medicine cards and she know what the number 31 card mean, or she study up on the Moors. Because, you know, I get offended because I'm always wondering, well, what the fuck is they trying to do? Even in the movie About Last Night, I think that's the name of it or some shit, the chick throws a turkey out the window. I'm like, why not just throw it in the garbage? There's still rituals. And in Virginia, they got that Trashmore Park. What the fuck are they trying to say? That's another topic. They're like, oh, it used to be a dumpster site. I'm like, well, why even memorialize the word trash? That don't make no damn sense to me. That's a different topic. But anywho, but when she invited me to play the game with them with something about some pigs, I'm like, what? I don't know why Peace Dealer and Alyssa came to mind. You see this shit on YouTube, Daddy, if you want to see the video. I don't know if you do astrology like that. But they don't know it's not hardcore astrology they talking about. It's just, you know, peace talk. Hold on. I don't know. Maybe she meant in taste. I know when she cook a pig versus when she cook a turkey, the pig tastes better to her. You know what they used to call the fuzz in New York. I think all over the world, that's what they used to call the fuzz. So I thought it was because of the pink hue. Never mind. I digress. Anyway, so you know when I was little, Papa. So the good friend comes over to me, the kindred spirit, and asks me, you know, well, how's it going, and yada yada. So I'm cool, I'm fine. And then they say to me, how did you feel sitting over here? I said, well, the little bit of time I sat over here, I was walking for most of the part, but it was nice. It was refreshing, you know, things under the sun. It was cloudy, so when I did get some sun, I was very appreciative. But it was like an ominous, a mildly ominous undertone of, how did you feel sitting over here? I'm like, why is she asking it like that? Oh Lord, did I just get the gender? Oh shit. Never mind, there was plenty of she's out there at the picnic. So anywho, and then I said, no, I was fine. But you know, my antenna is up because I'm like, why even ask the question in that tone? What's going on? So I said, did anyone take issue with me sitting over here? I'm thinking that they were about to say, oh, no, not at all. They go and say, oh, well, one person did. What? These are Buddhas? The live and let live energy frequency? Everybody's a Buddha, live and let live? I said, I sat over here last year. Yeah. I overheard her telling the Scorpio, because she said name, I'm just Scorpio. Overheard telling the Scorpio, why is she over there? That is so rude. Can you believe this shit, Papa? I'm rude for being peaceful. Peaceful to myself is being rude. Now, this is a fellow New Yorker saying this. We were all raised in the mind your business culture. So I'm like, I can't think it's a cultural difference with you. Now, she's old enough she's about in your age group. She's old enough to be my mom. That's not being disrespectful because I'm pushing 50. I'm not dissing senior citizenry because I'm about to be that too. But I'm trying to keep it tempered because she's literally old enough to be my mother. And in any event, I couldn't believe and I'm not even in my mind consciously trying to be distant, to be rude. And all that, when I have the floor, because you know I've been at meetings with her and the Buddhas. When you have the floor and you're talking, they may take issue with what you're saying. So you take issue with when I'm talking, and then issue with when I'm quiet. What the flug? And I said flug with an L in there, okay? It don't make any sense to me. So I'm like, are you kidding me? All that peaceful, beautiful chi I was feeling with, and I shouldn't let it. I should not let anyone throw up the good feeling vibes I felt from working out. Now I'm like, it shouldn't end like, first it end with a bang, which I gave to Mars, and I said, that's cool, they're beautiful. And then this, all right, so the story gets thicker. But before I get to the story, it gets the plot thickens and the rub. Think of the psyche of who has 30 plus people around them. I'm going to be redundant with it because that's the shit I just can't fucking figure out. 30 plus people around, you have more than enough company. I mean, y'all can get a whole line dancing thing going. It's electric boogie. Y'all can get a whole electric dance thing. 30 plus people around you, all that good food and gaiety, games, etc. And you're concerned with one lone person off to the side being peaceful, minding they Buddha business. Really? I just started chanting. I mean, chanting, hard body out there, just chanting. Nam ya ho go. I mean, just chanting, okay? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So, the plot thickens. Last year at the same picnic, there was another school. The person that really said this is a Gemini. Let me go with the zodiacs because I can't say names. It won't be legally feasible. It's just, you know, they're not polite. But last year, a Scorpio reportedly had issue with her. No, reportedly denotes hearsay. My own ears heard it. I'm sitting right there. So this is witness say, okay? Witness, okay? She say, hearsay, say, my own ears heard it say. Okay, the Scorpio had issue with the Gemini last year. Why? She thought the Gemini was rude to her or something. I don't know. But she said it, and then it's last year. When I tell you the Scorpio was rude, I mean incessantly rude, calling her out her name. We got a Buddha picnic now. Buddhism is very peaceful. It's supposed to be. Calling her all out her name. I'm like, oh God. I mean vocal. To the point she was saying it. And Gemini's granddaughter was there. And the Gemini was like, oh, who are you talking about? And she said, she told her, she said, that's my grandmother. And the Scorpio was like, so? Can you believe it? Off the chain. Now, I'm not saying the Scorpio should be reprimanded for a year later. No. I think she was reprimanded that day. The Virgo, you know, but she told her we're Buddhas and there's a. I'll tell you who the Virgo is when the thing is finished. You probably can figure out. But in any event, the Virgo was like, we know you can't do that here. What are you doing? I don't understand. Anywho. But until the Virgo talked to the Scorpio was going in on the Gemini. Loud, calling her names. I mean, it was incessant. And it was kind of entertaining because she was, you know, animated with it somewhat. In any etiquette book I read, I went to the academy. That's like verbal assault. In the law books, some statutes and codes deem that disorderly conduct. That's a ticket, a misdemeanor. I'm telling you, there's law books that would deem that rude. So any way I could turn, that is what's deemed rude. Okay. Did she say that about the Scorpio last year? Oh, she's rude. But she gonna say that about me this year? And I never called out her name. I never thought about calling her out her name. I never spoke ill to her, about her. All right. I just never, ever did anything to this woman because it never even came to thought. It's not, you know how something to come to thought and you will, you know, exercise restraint out of being couth and you know, class. She never even came to thought one way or the other in my mind to say anything, you know, negative to her or about her to someone else. I couldn't believe it. She called me rude for being distant. Who cares with all that sensory around you? I was completely and utterly shocked.
What is her nationality?
People will say African American.
Oh.
She's a native New Yorker too. She comes from a culture where we're trained and raised to mind our business. And that's what I was doing, minding my Buddha business. I insert Buddha because I was being peaceful. And I tell you, when I repeat that, I'm hated for far less. Because I tell you, just last year, the Scorpio was going in on her. Which is technically the real, legitimate rude shit. Again, in complete and utter awe. Y'all partner chewing. Hell, I'm hungry. Remember, I'm venting. Thank you for allowing me to vent. I usually see how I vent whether I get listeners or not. Just here channel my outlet. Leo, there's no more chicken. Papa, I eat the crunchy part of chicken and give him the inner part of meat, the inner meat. Leo, there's no more. You cannot have French fries. I don't even need these carbohydrates, but they still taste like they need salt. They was good yesterday. They okay today, but if I put this down, you gonna jump up? Don't jump up here, Leo. Leo, I don't have any more. You don't do this to Papa Bear. You do not stare in his face when he's eating. It's not fair. He only stares at me. He don't stare at you when you're eating.
You trained him.
Papa, how did I train him?
What do you feed him?
So you never feed him?
No.
You never gave him nothing out your plate?
No.
Really?
Never.
In September, we have him for a year. And close to 1 year, you never gave him nothing out your plate.
Never.
No wonder he doesn't stare at you. That's amazing. You're scaring me, Papa.
I thought you only supposed to feed him twice a day anyway.
Yeah, they said don't let him graze and get a fat cat. No, but I don't feed him a big hunking meal. Just snacks. I just give him little nitpick snacks because I don't want him staring. I feel bad. Would you want to eat in somebody's face and not offer? My mama said you're supposed to offer when people eat looking at you.
You wouldn't be staring if you hadn't started giving him something.
Really?
Really?
If I never fed him, he wouldn't stare?
No.
You're probably right because he don't stare at you. You know what else? He don't jump up in the bed with you. But he'll jump up in the bed with me. Like he just won't cross your boundaries. What does the cat know about you? What do you think it is? You get psychic? Hello.
What?
What does the cat know not to jump? How does the cat know not to jump in the bed with you? How does he know that?
I don't play with it.
Papa, that's mean.
Not me. That's me.
You supposed to play with your cat.
No.
Harmless play.
In the first place, he's not my cat.
Why you keep saying he's not your cat? That's mean, Daddy.
It's your cat.
It's our cat.
It's your cat.
It's our cat.
I didn't ask for no cat to be here.
Papa, I didn't ask for the cat either. Renee called me and was talking about the cats and kittens born under her house. So in the midst of gal pal conversation, I said, Renee, you know, I've been thinking about a cat for months now. I thought that was the ancestors that sent her to me.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at cat videos on YouTube for months. Because they kept saying cats are psychic. Cats are psychic. I was looking up the magic of cats. But I've always been a dog girl. No offense, Leo. But I've always been a dog girl. But I was looking up the magic of cats. I became intrigued. And then Renee called me like that with that information of kittens born under her house.
So you didn't think that you have to feed it, huh? Or care for him.
Papa, I knew he had to eat and be loved.
You just wanted a cat. You didn't think about how you feed him.
I did too.
Empty his little bowl or nothing, huh?
Papa, please don't be mean. I did think of all the variables.
I'll get a cat. Let me get a cat.
Papa, I did too think of all the variables.
Yeah.
I just noticed he don't harass you like he do me. I wonder what that's about.
Well, he harasses you according to you.
That's what I just said, Daddy. The only thing he does to you that he does to me is if the door's open, he will go in the bathroom with you too.
No, he won't.
If the door's open, he will go in there.
No, he won't.
I've seen him go in there. When you were shaving, he went in there. Leo, we don't like you in the bathroom. We in the bathroom. Now we gotta close the door. When you were shaving, he walked in. He walked out, but he walked in.
Yeah, when I came out, yeah, he walked in.
No, okay, you gonna pretend you don't remember when you were shaving and he went in the bathroom? I'm becoming that bullshit.
When I walked out, he went in.
No, you were still in there. I'm looking at it.
No, I wasn't.
You just want to make a stark contrast that he don't do me, like he don't dish you how he dish me. Is what you trying to do? No proper with it.
No, I'm trying to get you not to fabricate.
It's not even a diss. I just think maybe because I'm a girl. You think that's he? He knows I'm a girl. Do you know I'm a girl? He knows that you think because he's a boy, he's not gonna play a man like he would play. You know, a man not gonna play another man. Or they know to fight. You know, fisticuffs can come. You think it's a manly thing? What do you think? I love you, Leo. But I resent you staring in my mouth and face every time I'm eating. I don't feel like I could eat in peace. How about if you was over there at your food bowl and I just come and stare at you? You know, I just got to throw that I Love Lucy episode. Remember that shit when they was in California? I forgot the star back then. Was it Van Johnson? I forgot. Child. Honey, my mom. I'm thinking about my mom. I'm writing her memoir. You know, her maiden name. But she be in school and says, yes, your little girl's imaginative. You know, when you don't have a dad. But she got to visit her dad, you know, and shortly after, you know, he was, you know, came, where's my daughter at, you know. But she went to school and, you know, she went, you know, little kids who had a dad. She wanted to have a dad too. She said, my dad's name is Van Johnson. It just came out of nowhere. And the kids was like, the star? You a mulatto? And mommy sitting there like, mulatto? Oh, never mind, Daddy. I guess mommy got to tell a story and you'll know what you're... Never mind. I guess it's not a Kiki. You had to be there. Child, mommy's stories as a kid is too funny. She was so innocent. And she only committed one crime as a teenager, following her friends. Again, fashions, that boosting stuff. I feel like they had boosting in the 50s. She was like, I reckon they probably had boosting earlier than that. I don't know. Is it called boosting? I don't know. That's what y'all called it back then. She was like, stealing, shoplifting. Honey, she went to court. That judge said, I don't even want to ever see you. Because somehow they got her report card. I don't know how they got the report. Was it in her book bag? I don't know. But he was like, all A's. Mommy always did good in school. All A's. And I called your school and they speak about you in raving reviews. And I'm paraphrasing that Corvusor judge back in the 50s. And you're in the store taking dresses. I don't ever want to see you in this courtroom again. And he had to tell her but once, okay? Because mommy is as honest as they come. That was definitely peer pressure. And he let her go. I don't know if he let her friends go. I'd ask her. He let her go. I'm like, you didn't get a ticket or nothing? She said, nope. He said, get out and don't ever come back here again. And she never did. Clean record. Clean. I'm sorry. Mommy's remarkable. Surviving New York with a clean record. The either gender, child. Being black too. Oh, child. What's called black? Anywho. But yeah, she surely did say Van Johnson. And they thought my mommy was mulatto. Because she was more light. She was much lighter as a kid. But she still had beautiful afro. But good, nice hair. Or what's called nice back then, you know. And she was like mulatto. She was like, they was like the star. You know, kids was immediately say, oh, shit, Leo, what? Oh, no, Leo, be careful, your neck. Oh, shit, hold on. Look at this. Oh, there going Leo. Okay, he got her. What is wrong? You cats with it. They survivalists. He hemmed himself up in the daggone picnic bag. Leo, calm the fuck down. Shit. I didn't think I was about to get you up out the loop and you got, ooh, animal instinct. Y'all survivalist. How you got out of that shit? They don't fuck around. They gets down. See, that's the high. I gotta do a video about that because you know the human have the animus too. That what Obama said on the view, reptile side of the brain. The animal instinct in humans is your survival instinct. Wow. Wow. You know, those who don't have an ego like that, i.e. me, from what I've been told, that's why, you know, you're in the hood, street people like, how you survive? I be standing there like, well, what, survive? How do you mean survive what? They're like, oh, she bugged out. Yo, you need a blunt fucking word. She bugged out. Because, you know, other people could pick up you don't have an ego like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, well, Edith Bunker, you know, they knows Rose Nyland. They were being mean. You know, that Edith Bunker compares and Rose Nyland compares and Vera from Alice compares. I was so happy when it got to Sinclair from Living Single. I'm like, at least she black. No offense to Rose and them. But all this melanin, and you keep saying Rose Nyland. I was like, what? I mean, I like Chrissy Snow and them, but what the fuck these Caucasoid ladies talking? Y'all can kiss my grits. How about that shit, okay? Kiss my grits and eggs too, okay? Shit. And kiss my sausage biscuits. And of course, that was a kiki to the people around the way. Unless it was a true meaning, they got offended. But then I told you, my bestie was Shimon. On deck, okay? Although she said it too, but in her mind, she could say it, but the others can. Or she'll fly your head, you know? But in the event, Papa, how did I get to Sinclair now? Yeah, but the cat just showed me how he got out of that shit. No help, no supervision. Fuck that. I'm out of this thing. I'm disentangled in seconds flat. And I said, that's the animal instinct, Daddy. The thing that people around the way told me I lack because I don't have an ego. There's something that's with the ego and the animal instinct that's together, and I'm trying to figure this shit out. Watching Leo, maybe he'll help me. Leo, what in the name of Jesse James? What is wrong with you? Anyway, yeah, Papa, you have animal instinct too. I don't know. Is it getting subdued with age, though? Remember when we were in Mamaroneck? No, I'll say that when we was just me and you. I was like, wow, that's his animal instinct. You turn into a whole nother being. And it was scary, Daddy. A whole nother entity. Like something came over you. Papa, you remember that moment?
What moment?
In Mamaroneck.
What about it?
Papa, we were in the bedroom. Does it ring a bell? It scared me. Papa, I don't know. I don't have any. Where's my animal instinct, Daddy? If I was with Leo was just disentangled in the picnic basket. If that was me, you would have to come cut me out. I guess because I'm chubby and he's small. He's a cat. He even panicked. He got his neck and shit together. He got the fuck up out of that shit. Oh shit! Because I'm about to get up and get him out of it. Papa, I don't like the downside of the ego because it make people do asshole bully bullshit. But the high side of the ego, that fucking instinct shit, I'm going to show you Jim Jones. Shout out to him. His birthday was recent. He's a Cancer too. When they was on Marriage Boot Camp Family Edition, there's an episode where they on this lake or some kind of body of water. And him and his mama had to go over and get Chrissy, his woman. And he loses his oars. You know, the oar, the row your boat, the oar. The oar falls in the water, some shit. And they timing them. They on a timer to get this it's not a project. What would you call it? Exercise done? Is it called an exercise or a project? I don't know what you call the shit, but they timing them, you know, to get the shit done. And when he lost that oar, silly me, I lost the oar. I guess the game is over. What's my score? What's the time? Shit, fuck now. I lost the oar. Rescue me. Ain't something found. Oh, my love. Yeah, you know, rescue me. Goddamn it, I lost the oars now, bitches. Shit. He lost the oars and used his hands and got through that motherfucking water to his woman, okay? And I said, that's hip-hop. That's animal instinct and it's hip-hop. Papa, it's on YouTube. Find that app. Find it. I said, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? I was just sat there. Somebody gonna come. Where's the producers? Y'all don't have the extra oars? Y'all don't have oars on spare? What the fuck? You think my mama spoiled me? I don't feel spoiled. Papa, do you think I'm spoiled?
Yeah.
Oh my God. But she gave me beatings. I got spankings like everybody else in the hood. I told you I was playing hooky. She came to the school and knocked my ass down. Not out cold, but knocked me down for playing hooky for 2 weeks. 2 straight weeks. It was the best 2 weeks of my life. I was home watching soap operas in junior high school. Oh God, I used to make this peanut butter toast you toast the bread, you put a little butter, and then you put peanut butter on top of it. and you squeeze out the honey, and you put star anise seeds or star anise powder, whatever's in the house, and thinly sliced bananas, and a sprinkle of nutmeg, and cut it in 4. That was my favorite sandwich when I was playing hooky at home. I think I got the idea from something that said Elvis Presley liked peanut butter banana sandwiches. And then I made it. I was like, oh, there's something else needs to go in this shit. At least toasted bread. I was we're going to revamp this shit. Call it Elvita. Okay, be mine. You know, I haven't had that sandwich since I was in my 20s. I'm going to make that for you one day. The star anise, go now, go, mama, go. The star anise powder. I think I have some in the house. Toasted bread. Papa, you like peanut butter? I should make that and get my childhood memories back, huh?
Not anymore.
You don't like peanut butter no more?
Not just peanut butter.
No, I'm a toasted bread. I'm gonna get the good Ezekiel bread. No, I should use the bread from childhood. Do they still make Wonder Bread? Is that stuff healthy? Is it healthy? I don't know. You said Dr. Pepper, Daddy? Papa, you know I usually contribute to the gas tank when people cart my fat ass around. Friends, acquaintances, you know, it's the right thing to do. Gas $3 a gallon. I like to give, well, I like to give what I can afford. If I give more, I give more. Depending on the distance, you know, cart my fat ass. But $3 a gallon, I like to give at least 5 or 6. If I can spare it, you know what I'm saying? Because there ain't no way we, how many miles you get to the gallon, Daddy? I don't think wherever you took me didn't take a whole gallon. Huh?
Some get 20-some miles a gallon.
You can get 20 miles a gallon?
Some get more, some get 26, 20, some get more.
T told me, but I forgot. With a truck is less mileage, right? Per gallon. 16,
17 miles.
17 miles per gallon? Okay, I know. I figured you ain't take my ass no 10 miles. So I figured $6 is good. That's 2 gallons. But anyway, I think it's just good karma to contribute to the gas tank if somebody's carting your fat ass around. Or even your slim ass. You know what I'm saying? Figurative. I don't know. So yesterday I gave, the woman took me to the picnic, and I gave T for bringing me back. But I'm telling you, not that she's mean. It may have been her. Probably was just a thought. But the power of thoughts. I felt for some Zaxby's French fries, and they were good. These today, I don't know what the fuck. Did you tell them crispy? You gotta say crispy, extra crispy. You gotta say it. So I got small fries, extra crispy, and the girl was so sweet. She said, "Do you mind them being in here?" I guess they run out of the boxes and shit. I was like, "No, I don't mind, but open it," because she had the little silver thing closed, little blue silver thing closed. Open it because they get soggy. You close that shit and steam and be fucked up. So I got that with a small Dr. Pepper, just like today. You know what I'm saying? But you got me the salad too. Thank you, Daddy. So I already gave T the fiat for the gas tank, but I had to take a couple of dollars back because the bill was $4.11. Can you believe that small fries and small drink $4.11? Is that the norm? I guess it is. It's actually. I should have played that number to $4.11, bitch. If I look now and that number came out, you know I cried like a baby bitch. Papa, what was the number? I thought to play that. So I should play 411. I thought to play 611 too. If I look at the numbers from yesterday and either one come out for evening or night, I'm gonna cry like a baby bitch, Daddy. I'm gonna cry. I'm like, damn, because I did play a number, but not those. And those was what come to mind. Hold on. All right, so hold on. T is texting me. How you do shit? So I said I'm gonna take it back when we see each other because we got a movie date. Whitney, Papa, you know they did another. I hope they got it right this time. I didn't see the other one, the recent one they had on the internet. I mean on cable. Another Whitney Houston documentary. And me and T got a date to see that. I told her I'll give her the gas money for that date and re-up for the couple of bucks I took back for this to pay for the soda and the French fries. But I wonder if she felt a way. Because coming up the stairs, did you see the soda on the floor when you went out, babe? Coming up the stairs, I dropped the daggone Dr. Pepper. I just looked back at her and was waving by, thanking her for dropping me off. And, Tosh texted me her vegan meal. This looks delicious. I learned how to make fish patties out of oyster mushrooms and gluten-free vegan bread. Really? Because I heard the vegan crab cakes, you got to get the artichoke hearts. Also, vegan ranch everything is alkaline. This looks delicious. Hold on, let me text back. Looks tasty. It looks absolutely like the real deal. I know I want to try the vegan crab cakes. I want to try to make the vegan crab cakes out of. I can't let her go. I think I told man. See, I'm trying to talk to him. He gonna do fall back when she act weird. Just fall back. Fall back. That's what I do. But I don't know. I think I'm our only friend. Especially, not that that's a bad thing. In a world like this, you'd be lucky to find one. But I think I'm gonna definitely write her the letter about my sentiments, Papa, regarding the when she canceled things or canceled in the 11th hour, which is fine. But you can't send a text. My heavens, if I don't call you, I don't know that it's canceled. It's just weird things. Hold on.
That's what y'all do.
No, if I'm canceling something, I will text somebody, baby. I do not just leave you hanging thinking we're gonna meet up and we don't meet up. It's just it's not even good for business. It's flaky.
That's why your brother put you on punishment.
No, you didn't take it there. No, you didn't take it there, baby. Take it back. Take it back, Daddy. Don't apologize. No, you don't do me like that, Daddy. You don't do that. You don't throw my brother up in my face talking about that's why he put me on punishment. He's my younger brother. He don't put nobody on goddamn punishment. He can kiss my ass is what he can do, and you too. He put me on punishment.
Well, you canceled.
But I canceled with Man because T had come to get me from walking. We used to walk. We walk on Tuesdays.
Yeah, but it was a last minute cancel.
The point of the matter is, I let him know. She don't even let me know. I had to call and text her to say, "Are we still going?" So the point you made with me and Man is invalid because I still called him and let him know. She won't call at all. I have to call her or text her. Like, should I get ready or Papa, take it back because it's not a good compare. It's not a good compare. You always want to hurt my feelings.
I'll take it back.
Like I don't have any. Just because my sign rules numbness and aloofness don't mean that we don't have feelings. We have feelings for those we give a fuck about. I'll tell you that shit. Oh.
All right, I'll take it back.
It's okay. But I think I'm going to write her a letter about it. Because the friendship can't be solid if I think... she may think I'm flaky. I don't know. But it's not just the flake factor. We didn't talk about the thing that happened in Mommy You-Know-Who's house. So we have... and I'm telling Man, you know what? I'm going to write her a letter. And letter writing... I'm a writer. What the fuck? Letter writing, I think, is healthy insofar as you're not interrupted. You get to have your say... unencumbered, you know what I mean? And you're free to write back. Jada Pinkett Smith and Cherie Fletcher had that, but handwritten, longhand. Oh, let me tell you something. And I think she allowed Cherie to have the book in her possession. Very un-Virgo like. I was proud of that Virgo. But she got a copy. Maybe she made copies so have. You know how much that book would be worth when Cherie and Jada Pinkett make the transition? They probably leave the book in the family though. But that book, you know what a book like that would auction for? That is a brilliant idea. And they would FedEx the book back and forth. You know what I mean? Instead of arguing over the phone, cutting each other off. You know how chicks could get. You know, we can't talk because we're going to cut each other off. Loud, one's going to over talk and loud. It's not going to be fruitful. It's not going to be fruitful. It's going to be fruitless and futile. So how about this? I'm going to buy a journal. I write how I feel and have it FedEx to your house. You write how you feel. And they've been doing this back and forth, I think, like for years. The book is yay thick. It's like it's probably a book of, what is it called, a book of spells? No. There's a book that the witches, I'm not calling them ladies witches, the Virgo and Scorpio, but they name a book like that in spirituality. Hold on. She was able to get the kids to eat the fish vegan patties. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that Dr. Sebi diet is beautiful. I was really into it, probably in New York, looking at the videos and making it. They said don't trust anything now because they think some Caucasoids took over his company. They said if you're lucky to find one of his wives, somebody he was with that knows the recipes and knows, get it directly from one of his wives. But anything with that name on it is not him. And the recipes may have been compromised from what's said on the internet, But yeah, I think we're gonna have to have a no, we can't talk. Yeah, I'm gonna write a letter. I'm fooling with man. Like, no, don't write a letter. Just fall back. But then they're falling back, and then we resume friendship again, and it starts up again. I'm telling you, they fall back again. I'm like, man, this is not good advice. Pop, I don't think that's good advice. I think women are expressive. We should talk. But again, you over talk and you interrupt. I'm gonna go ahead and write the letter and mail it. I'm gonna get some beautiful stationery. I'm gonna write the letter and mail it. Jada Pinkett and Cherie Fletcher. Jada Pinkett Smith and Cherie Fletcher have inspired me that I think it's a grand idea. Now the FedEx and back and forth with a diary, I guess that would be pretty pricey. How much FedEx charge for that? Back and forth. I don't know.
How you gonna get it?
What do you mean, FedEx?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Yeah, well, that's just what I said. How you gonna
No, I think that would be a pricey undertaking. Jada and Cherie got money. Unless they don't live far apart from each other. Could you imagine the FedEx worker? Do he know who house he going to? I wonder if FedEx hires certain staff to deal with celebrity areas. That must be a premium department. Because I guess it would have to be safe. I remember reading Faith Evans' memoir. What is her memoir title? I met her. She was so nice to me. When you meet them in person and they kind, it's like they can do no wrong. You don't give a fuck with nobody saying like, well, maybe you misunderstood them. It's just, to meet anybody who's in a public eye and they turn out to be, kind and decent, it just adds a whole nother sweet dimension. I can't explain it. But I love Lil' Kim. Met her too in the Rolling Stone, the lobby of the Rolling Stone magazine building back there. She was nice to me. Pepper was nice to me. Salt was nice. None of them ladies could do any wrong in my doggone book. I don't give a shit what the media say. Well, y'all can kiss my ass. I met them. They were nice. Now and shit. Now that's it. But anywho, the book is good. She says how Puffy and them send Christmas gifts to the babies on Christmas Day. And FedEx, did you know FedEx is closed on Christmas? I didn't know that. She was like, how did they, she said, I don't know how they pull that off on Christmas Day. Because, FedEx is closed. But they do. And whatnot. And I'm thinking, because you know how I think, what staffer do they hire to work on a day when FedEx is closed? It got to be a premium department where you do celebrity runs, you do the holiday runs. I wonder how much they get paid an hour. My Naima used to work there. I had to ask her. She may know. Like, girl, is there a separate department for the celebrity neighborhoods? It has to be, Papa. It just has to be. UPS too. They probably got to get bonded, like a special bonded, to make sure, you ain't got no mastermind teens working through your noodle. Remember that show Masterminds that came on TV? They heard and took that shit off the air. I gotta see if it was on YouTube. Masterminds was the shit. Hold on. Anyway, and this Dr. Pepper ain't even as good as yesterday was. This look watered down. Tastes watered down. Oh, yeah, I think that daggone soda fell yesterday on the steps. And it just fell. I'm like, how did that? Like something knocked it out of my hand. I said, oh, I wasn't supposed to take money back from her. Although she know my credit is good. She know if I say it, I meant it. When we meet, you have your gas fee out that day plus the $2 extra I took from the other day. So I added on to the fee. She already know we ain't gonna be for no $2. But she knows that I said it. I mean, I'm gonna add it up. I'm gonna plump up the gas fiat offerings when we do see each other again. I'm saying to you. But still, she may have felt a certain way. Once you give something, that's it. What you taking it back for? I don't care about your french fries and your soda. Now, she's a triple fire sign. Fire, sun, fire, moon, fire, ascendant. It's a miracle she ain't just saying. Fire signs, okay? And whatnot. But, She said she knew how I feel about Zaxby fries. Lord, how I feel about Zaxby fries. Today's Zaxby fries was mediocre. They weren't nasty, but they weren't. You know, you got to get them hot and crispy with the salt right there on it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Spirit probably knocked the cup out. Like what? Maybe it wasn't her. Like what you took that to $2 for? You ain't had no daggone soda in the house. Don't you got cream soda upstairs? I know it ain't Dr. Pepper, but it's cream. Well, you could have drunk soda when you got home. Don't be taking back no fiat from her. Have you lost your mind? I bet that probably was Spirit. I must have got 2 sips and that shit, boom. Daddy, what you think it was? You think it was Spirit or her thoughts? What you think it was?
I don't have a clue.
Whatever, Daddy. We'll get one. Get a clue, okay? Get a clue. Riddle me something. Shit. Oh, Daddy. I need a vacation. We should go to the Blue Ridge Mountains for my birthday, Papa. In Tennessee, I'm gonna Google. Is it? Leon said, "Is racist up there?" What mountains he said is racist? He's scared. No, that was in Georgia, right? He was like, I think it's nothing but rednecks back up in there, scared the fuck. I was like, he from Georgia. Hell, yeah, no. I'm like, all rednecks. Mm-hmm. Papa, you know what that is? He just don't want you to move far from him. Remember we went to see the houses over there in that neighborhood, and it was a little distance, and we asked him to drive. It was affordable houses up in the woods somewhere, and he told us racist rednecks live up there. That's okay. You have to tell us twice. Ouchies. You ain't tell me twice. Daddy. What are you doing?
What I do?
Daddy. This is therapy. You and this outlet channel is therapy for me. It's life, one big bowl of irony. The mystery, it's really just the mystery of the egoic, the ego bullshit. If there were no egoics, life would be very simple, I believe. In the most sweetest, simplest way. But how would you even know it's sweet if it's just a life of... It was normal, like Howard Zinn said in his book. The Native Americans, he called them. Their mind was so pure, they didn't realize they were good or bad. They just had a pure mind. That's why they trust the Babylonians. They trust them because until they interfaced with the colonialists, they didn't know anything of something bad or vile and disgusting. They didn't, Per Howard Zinn's book, okay, reference. That America 1492 to present. That was college required read. That was a good book. I didn't expect it to be that good because the college professor is telling you go and get that part as a textbook now. I probably this is gonna be some bullshit. I saw the rep, so no, they keeping it 100 in this book. Keeping it 100. Papa, talking about 100. I know you don't know. You ever heard of rapper Safari? I know you never heard of it. I just looked at Lovely T video. Safari has a song 100. He's singing it for Dykeman in Harlem now, okay, uptown. And they were booing him. Why? I'm not into the new school rap, but I thought this song was pretty cool. I think it's a cute little ditty. They were booing him, so he tells them to cut the music, and he started telling the young guys, "I fucking bad bitches. I get more bitches." And he's a Cancer. Is that a Cancer thing too? Maybe it's the male ego, which is ruled by Aries, and that Aries rules the ego. Period. And males are ruled by Mars, and Mars rules Aries, okay? But I'm like, what does you fuck bad bitches and you fuck bitches that they can only dream about? What that got to do with them not liking your song? What? Papa. And I like Safari, his interviews, I find them entertaining. Then he's a Cancer. I'm partial to Cancers. But what that got to do with anything? And I look at his Mercury. I don't think his Mercury is in Cancer, though. Because Mercury is how you think, speak, and write. And the way he used to write for Nikki, I don't think his Mercury is in Cancer. I got to get his year of birth and look up his Mercury. His Mercury is probably in Gemini. Because it can either be in Gemini or Leo. No, the way he wear them fur coats, maybe the Mercury is in Leo. Leo would be the fire. She's a fire sign. But Gemini would go good with Sag too. It's the opposite. It's opposites, but it's still air and fire, high tolerance. I'm going to look up his natal chart. Because that's a Cancer Mercury to sit there. No offense, Daddy. Okay, no offense. But that's a Cancer Mercury to sit there talking about. No, it could be a Leo Mercury too. I don't think that's a Gemini Mercury though. I fuck more bitches, bad bitches than you only dream about. That's not a Gemini Mercury, I don't think. His Mercury is either in Cancer or Leo. Cause I'm like, why is he? What does that got to do with anything? He's just keep performing, push through the song. But you know what? The male ego don't want to keep performing for somebody that ain't appreciating the damn song. No, stop it. Cut the music. I want to cut the music. What y'all want to do? What y'all want to? No, because they would think that's a fight. But you know, I'm a lady. But I'm saying, as a man, I would ask them, what do you want me to perform? What song y'all like? But I don't know. You don't know who. Papa, you even know who Safari is?
No.
You ever heard of a rapper called Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
Wow, she's mainstream then. If all generations, age groups have heard about her. Nicki Minaj had a writer who was her ex-boyfriend as well.